Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Wednesday night movie live stream. And do you want to know something? I didn't mute myself this time.
Oh!
I know. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a technological miracle.
It's a miracle.
It is. So welcome back, everybody, to another Wednesday night movie live stream with me, Pete Playtendoguy, and I'm joined as always by Andy from Forgotten World of Movies.
Hey, everyone.
Mike cannot be with us tonight, feeling a little bit under the weather, but he'll be back with us next week. So we hope he feels better soon. But tonight we've got two brilliant guests. We have Nigel from Rockgod 2004.
Hey up!
And we've also got Bumpers from Bumpers Movie.
All right. Evening.
Thanks ever so much for joining, Bumper. It's been a long while since we've had you on the stream. I think must be nearly a year.
I'm not sure, mate, to be honest. It flies by, doesn't it? But I've done a couple in the past with you guys, haven't I? So I don't know if it's been quite that long, but yeah, it flies by, so it could have been.
Oh, it definitely does, but it's great to get you back on the stream, as with all you guys. So before we get into the comments, what are some of the films that you've been watching recently? Do you want to go first, Andy?
Yeah, sure. A couple of rewatches for me. Like I rewatched Barbie and Air last night. Had fun.
Barbie?
They're pretty good. Yeah, but there's been two films that were first time watches for me this week, which absolutely blew me away. The first one was a movie called Fortress. It's not the one with Christopher Lambert. It's an Australian film from the 80s. It's about this sort of these bank robbers break into this school and they take a classroom hostage. And they've all got different masks on. Like three of them have got like animal masks on, and the leader's got like a Santa Claus mask on.
Okay.
And they take these kids hostage, and then as like the movie goes on, it just gets more and more brutal. Like these hostages, they like break into like this old couple's house, and what the kids actually eventually do to the robbers is like absolutely fucking brutal. I just loved it. I thought it was great. Underrated 80s movie from Australia I'd never heard of before. Just thought it was amazing. And there's a guy who wears like a cat mask, and his eyes are just like terrifying when you literally like he's like sitting down with the kids. And there was another movie I watched tonight with Steve Guttenberg called The Bedroom Window.
Yeah,
it's about there's like he's having an affair with his boss's wife, like at his apartment, and she looks out the window and sees like this girl getting attacked, but she can't ring the police because otherwise it'll expose the affair. So he says, "Oh, okay, I'll just pretend I saw it," and it leads to like absolute like chaos with the police and stuff. And it's just a really creepy movie. The villain in it is just horrific. What he does to these women, and it's just brutal. So there were two brutal, really good movies I enjoyed that I'd never heard of.
Wow, they're fantastic. So what were those film titles again?
The Australian one was called Fortress, and the Steve Guttenberg one was called The Bedroom Window.
Wow.
It's only both of them.
Yeah, I'll have to add them to the list, quite literally. So great selection of watches there, Andy. What about you, Bumper? What have you been watching recently?
Well, I've been tucking into that 4K Hellraiser set. I got through the first three of those. I haven't got around the Bloodlines yet. I enjoyed them. Like the third one, it's a bit of a damp squid, really, because after the second one, it's so rich in storytelling with the Leviathan and the Labyrinth, and number 3 really should have been the ultimate one. Well, I mean, it should have explored all the Cenobites and everything, but it was just kind of felt more like a straight to DVD thing. And it's just some of the special effects, like when the woman gets all her skin sucked off by the statue. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just hilarious. But it was all right.
Lucky skin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right for some, yeah. But so yeah, I tucked into those, and I've been trying to do movies from the noughties for 31 Days of Halloween. I haven't done it every night, but I watched the usual suspects, like things like House of Wax, Death Ship. So a couple of other movies are popular right now. Time Gothica with Halle Berry. So they're all like they're nothing too amazing, but it makes me laugh because movies in the 2000s are horrors. They're like critically panned, so you can't really take the critics' word for it when you've got to watch them yourself. Like modern days, most films get bloody 90%, whether they're good or not these days. But like Death Ship's only got like 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think is amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just noughties horrors, not of at all. 13 goes, I think.
You have to take notice of all the like Rotten Tomatoes and all that because they're talking rubbish half the time. Best you find out yourself.
Yeah, just the way critics are these days, so much more generous than what they used to be. But that's about it. So mainly the Hellraiser stuff, though I really enjoyed tucking into that as well. I watched the features, good features on the first sticks, like explaining the lament configuration and things, deep diving. So really good stuff.
Is there a lot more special features compared to the Blu-ray box set that they did a few years ago?
Well, I wasn't lucky enough to have the Scarlet box set. I only had the first 2 on standard Blu-ray from Arrow. Stupidly, I sold them on when I was getting the new ones to save space, even though there's no Blu-rays in them, so I couldn't compare. But these are new ones. They say new for 2023 for this
that's good.
thing, like 4 of them. And then the old ones are in a folder on their own on there, like.
Oh, that's really good. And you get like this 200-page hardback booklet as well, don't you?
Yeah, you get the book, a bit like you get with most of the releases these days. I can't read. I can read, obviously, but I can't read without making me fall asleep. Like, you know what I mean? I get 2 pages in, and I'm just like, I just can't do it. I don't know if people can read and stay awake. I just can't do it.
Oh, great stuff. But great watches there, Bumper. What about you, Nige?
Last week I watched for the very first time. It was like a watch-along thing, Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I think it's probably my favourite Al Pacino film, to be honest.
I did say it's up there with Heat as one of his best films.
And I thought, it's going to be shit, this. It's going to be just in a bank. It's gone wrong. They're going to be sweating their bollocks off, and it's just going to be in the one room. Absolutely blew me away. Everything about it, like, when you find out the reason for the robbery and everything, I was like, my jaw just dropped. I've never, ever felt so sympathetic towards a robber in all my life. My fucking heart bled for Pacino from start to finish. It's the fact that he was just so nice. It was wicked. But yeah, I had an absolute blast. I loved it. Last week I watched Death Wish 4.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that for years. That turned up a couple of weeks ago. I think it was last night or the night before I watched Death Wish 5. Really enjoyed that. That was far better than what I remember it to be.
Oh, great.
It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Today I've watched Angry Kid.
Oh.
So if you're watching Marvel fan, I've watched it and I pissed myself. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't watched the other one yet. I've just watched this before we came live. Hello, Man. Jason sent me that ages ago. I'd seen it years ago and enjoyed it. Wow, really, really enjoyed it again. And I've saved the best for last. I watched this last night.
Ooh, great stuff.
It's one of the biggest piles of fucking shit I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Wow.
I fucking hated it. Hated it.
Wow.
It was better than Men, but that's not much. Oh my God.
I was expecting you to say you really like it. I haven't seen it myself. I've heard so many positive things about it.
All I've heard, it's brutal. Oh, you're going to love it. I was ready to turn it off after about half an hour, and I thought, no, I want to stick with it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's 2 hours left. It was just bizarre. There was a couple of brutal bits I did like. The best way I can describe it is the picnic scene, if that makes sense to anybody who's watched it with the family.
Yeah, it's crazy, the picnic scene.
You've not seen it?
Pretty extreme.
Oh, wow. And then it's fucking stupid, right? There's just these little bits happening in between. You're thinking, what are you doing? There's no need for it. It's like, it keeps going to this little clip keeps playing it's a black and white clip of a bloke playing a piano all the way through. Every now and again, spotting you thinking, you're really getting on my tits now. And people will be going, yes, but you've got to think it's showing you the state of his mental state. I don't give a shit. It was weird and I didn't like it. And the fucking ending, absolutely batshit. Wow. I hate that fella.
I wish you recorded your reaction to watching these films. I think it'd be so entertaining.
Well, I thought it was going to be good.
He's gone. It was.
He ran in so hard. He's smashed his phone. What do that?
He's muted him. He's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
Yeah. He'll be back in a sec. Ah, so you've seen House at Jackville and Bumper. What did you think of it?
It is a bit arty-farty, I got to be honest. I think I kind of dozed off watching this on for so long. But the scene that Nige is on about, the picnic scene, it is really heavy. But it kind of, what's the point in having one heavy scene if the rest of the film's a bit boring? Like, you know what I mean? It's a bit like Beau is Afraid, I suppose, but just a more violent, sadistic version. Just we've got weird stuff mixed with some good horror, but
Can you hear me?
never equals.
Yeah, I hear you now. Yes.
Honestly, the end, it was pathetic. I do not like that Lars von Trier because he made Nymphomaniac. That was crap as well. But I'd rather sit through Nymphomaniac again than that.
Really?
I will never watch that again. God, it was awful. I really want Andy to watch it.
Wow.
I didn't realize it was over 2 hours long. I thought it was like only about 90 minutes or something.
No, so I did that when I put it on because it was like I didn't put it on till about 1 in the morning. So that I take it around 3 o'clock. I went 2.5 fucking hours. I thought, well, it's on now. I'll watch it. And I was like, I really wish they hadn't.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours. I think there's an edited version without like the picnic stuff in, but then there'd be no point at all. So.
That was the best bit.
Yeah, well, in a strange way, you're right. It was, yeah.
It was disturbing, and it was the fact that, like, wow, what you see, they don't normally show in films, like especially that graphic. I was like, fuck me, that was bad. Yeah. But that doesn't make it a good film. That one scene was like really good, but the film was it's not even fucking memorable. I don't get the hype.
No, you're right.
Mm.
I wouldn't care. I've been watching one on eBay, a Screen Factor on with a slip cover for ages, and he wants 40 quid for it. I am so glad that got sent to me. And if you're watching Red Romantics, I'm so sorry, but it was awful.
It's a shame you didn't enjoy it, but yeah, I totally understand it. If it's a Lars von Trier film, it's to be expected. A lot of films of his are very like hit and miss, and all over the place.
What else did he do apart from that? And
Antichrist is the other one, isn't it?
I was going to say Antichrist.
Never seen that.
Oh God!
Jesus. Now I don't want to.
Well,
I was going to watch that the other week.
As that, but there's some heavy stuff in there as well. For dude.
Yeah, isn't that Willem Dafoe in that one?
Yeah,
and Charlotte Gainsbourg. But there's certain scenes when you're sure the camera's going to cut away at any point, and it just never does. And it's just like, oh my God.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, 2 out of 2 were bad, so that's put me right off. I don't think I ever want to see another one of it again.
That's fair enough. It's a shame we didn't watch Antichrist first, though, because that probably would be the one you'd enjoy if you enjoyed any of them. But, if it's too late, it's too late.
Yeah, I'm hoping to watch that one soon. That does sound quite good, but being Lars von Trier, I don't know whether I'll enjoy it or not, because a lot of his films are hit and miss.
Well,
I've yet to find a hit.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Though he's not one of my favourites. I wouldn't rush to watch any of his stuff. Like.
And have you got any more watch parties lined up, Nige, with Ryan, or not?
He's having a. Did he say 3-month rest? Because I thought there was going to be one next week, but no, there's not. He's having a break now till January.
That's understandable. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll all come back. The watch parties in January. Do you know what will be the next one?
I was expecting for one to be sort of like last night, and then he just come out the blues, and I'm having a break. So, fair play. If that's what you want to do. I think it does you the world of good, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely so. Definitely so. Awesome. So great selection of watches there, Nige.
Apart from the last one.
On to me, what I've watched, and there's a list. I've seen quite a few. I've wrote them down before coming on. I've seen all the Saw films. Watched 1, 2, and X before the last stream, but I've seen 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 3D one. Enjoyed all of them. Watched Spiral. Wasn't too big on it, but I thought Chris Rock was pretty good in it. Same with Sam Jackson. And I saw Jigsaw. Didn't like that one at all.
That's the worst of the lot, that.
Yeah. Jigsaw, I couldn't get on with that one at all. It kind of just didn't feel like a Saw film at all. It felt too clean.
No.
The traps
weren't good. Jamie, whose favourite film is the original Saw
Mm.
thinks that Jigsaw's the best one in the entire series. Work that one out. So he likes the shittest of all of them, the best one of the lot. But the original's his favourite film of all time.
Oh dear. For me, it's like 1, 2, the final chapter, and Saw 10. I can give and take Spiral, but Jigsaw, got no interest to watch that again. I watched Friday the 13th, Part 3. That was a fun one. The 3D effects on that, all the stuff going in your face all the time, it was like, you definitely tell that 3D was a gimmick. But did watch Friday the 13th, Part 4 the other night. Love that one. My favourite of the one series so far. Been a little bit hit and miss with the series, but really, really enjoyed 4. What a cast in it as well. Crispin Glover in it, and Corey Feldman as well. So it'll be the 5th one next watch. Is the 5th one any good? I've heard mixed things about that one.
It's all right, Part 5, if you can get over the fact that Jason's not in it, really.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, make your own mind up, I guess.
It's a kind of a whodunit. Is it him, and is it somebody else? And if it is somebody else, who the fuck is it?
Right.
I personally loved it. It was the first one I saw at the cinema in 1985, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, great stuff. What about you, Andy? What's your thoughts on the 5th one?
I don't mind it. It's. I like all of them. Some of them are better than others, obviously, but I like all of them. 6 is probably my favorite out of the entire bunch.
Yes, I've heard the 6th one is a lot of people's favorite.
But it's kind of like.
So it's 4, believe it or not.
Yeah, 4's a fan favorite. I gotta be fair.
It's they're kind of like the Star Trek films. Like the odd ones are the weakest, and the even ones are considered to be the best.
That's what I was thinking the other night
yeah.
about Star Treks.
Yeah,
but the 4th one's so good.
I get enjoyment from all of them. Like they're all.
I think my favourite 5 are probably in order: 1, 2, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, great stuff. Isn't the guy from Last American Virgin in the 4th one? And he's like totally different to what he is in the Last American Virgin a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's Teddy, isn't he? Want to give the old teddy bear a kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the mate of Crispin Glover or whatever his name is.
So much of a mate he's called him Dead Fuck.
Sound of Freedom, I watched that one as well. Didn't like that at all. Way too long. Didn't need to be that. Only need to be an hour and a half long.
I'm glad you said freedom and not music there.
Don't worry.
I watched Sound of Music and the hills were certainly alive in here.
I wish I watched Sound of Music.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to love it, but for me, it was awful. When I thought it was ending, oh no, it's got another hour to go. Awful.
Oh, I hate it when it's like that. Was me last night with that house that fucking dickhead built. Man, it's bad. It's so bad.
I watched One Cut of the Dead. That is a fantastic low budget zombie film. Honestly, if you haven't seen that, check it out. Go in not knowing anything about it. I think you'll love it, Nige. I think it'll be right up your street. I watched the 5th Hellraiser Inferno. That was apparently the first one that went straight to DVD, but that was really good. Kind of felt a bit like 7. It did, with a little bit of Hellraiser chucked in. It wasn't as good as the first 2, but it was a solid enough film. I watched the new Mortal Kombat animated film Cage Match. That was fun. We went to the cinema on Sunday to watch the Taylor Swift music tour thing.
Oh, I can't believe you just admitted that.
Yeah. And I reviewed it. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5. I loved it. One of the best things in the cinema this year, honestly. Brilliant stuff. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift at all, but I really enjoyed it.
Impressed with that, I do. He's sat there going, can't believe you're saying this shit.
I was looking forward to admitting that I saw it, see your reaction.
It's the cameo film though. It's just a live gig, is it? And then he's got bits in between the gig, like of just backstage and whatever.
Oh yeah, the cinematography in it is really good. I must admit, it's the best like live music thing I've seen because I've seen quite a few, and this one's probably one of the best ones, better than some of the Michael Jackson ones I've seen.
Getting the 4K are you when it comes out?
Oh wow, oh
I
wow!
bet he does. I bet he fucking does.
Actually, the 4K would look really nice on it.
Oh God.
He'll go to the counter and go, "Where's me fucking slip for this? Or I'm not getting it."
Yeah, it's got to have a slip cover. No slip,
Yes.
no deal. And I watched a film from the director of The House That Screamed called Who Can Kill a Child. That is brilliant. Really unnerving film. It's like Village of the Damned, but set on an island. It's creepy as heck. It is. Really good film.
Who can kill a
And
child? Probably me during the 6 weeks olders when they're fucking running around the shops. Easily.
well, the film is supposed to be really shocking, and I suppose in a way it is. But there's some moments that in it that are so absolutely stupid near the end is that I couldn't help but laugh in a couple of scenes. And the other film was the homework film of the week, Exorcist 2, The Lunatic.
Yes, he's watching fucker.
Wow.
I flew here on the wings of the locust.
How are we then?
Oh.
You're going to have to watch the video review when it comes out.
Oh, you bellend! Been fucking waiting for this.
Wow,
I
you'll
want to
have
see a
wait-
video review, not this typed up shit that you do on whatever it is.
Oh, don't worry. I am actually going to do a video review of it. It should be up next
Oh,
week.
good.
Yeah, so you'll get to see what I think of it. Let's just say it's not what I thought it was going to be. But did I like it? Did I not? I ain't going to say.
I think it's better than the
If
original.
you did, you need psychiatric help.
Well, it had its moments.
Did it? Yeah, the
Oh,
titles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
The
that was the
poster.
best moment.
The titles and the soundtrack, that was it.
And the poster.
The poster, yeah, definitely. I like the poster.
But I thought the soundtrack weren't too bad. I'll let you say that. That's all I'm going to say.
Ennio Morricone. I've got the soundtrack.
But they're the films that I've watched. So for the homework film, I picked 3 horror films that I haven't seen because I got the Psycho box set, Psycho 3, Dawn of the Dead, or Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So what film shall I watch out of? Dawn of the Dead, Psycho 3, or Wes Craven's New Nightmare?
Which Dawn of the Dead? The Zack Snyder one.
The
original.
original one.
The
The
original.
original one. So which one should I watch, Andy?
Original Dawn of the Dead for me. That's
Original
probably
Dawn.
the best movie out of the 3 of them.
Yeah. Bumper.
I don't know. I'd probably watch New Nightmare if I'd never seen it before because, like, especially if you've seen the other Freddy movies as well, and it's a Wes Craven movie as well, like, so good one to tick off the bucket list. But then so is Dawn of the Dead, really. Like, you should have seen that as well, I guess. So.
And Nige, what about you?
Dawn of the Dead all day long. If you
Yeah.
can get a longer cut, it's either called the extended or some people call it the director's cut.
Right, yeah, because there's like several different cuts of it, isn't there? I know there's an Argento one as well.
Yeah, there's 3. There's the Argento, theatrical, and then the extended one. Watch the extended one.
Great stuff.
That's
So
got the most
what I'll-
gore in it.
What
Other-
a film.
Oh, look forward to watching it. What I'll do is I'll put a poll up tomorrow so everybody can vote on which one I should watch. And be sure to check out the review for Exorcist 2. It nearly killed me. The video review when it comes out. Oh dear me. Oh, I think I need a whiskey or something when I did the review with it. Jeez, dreadful. One of the worst things I've ever done to review. Let's just say. So before we,
That means he wasn't keen.
oh, am I?
After you watched it, Pete, did you have to drink pig juice?
No. I celebrated. I did. I had a nice bottle of ginger
Vodka.
wine. Oh, no, ginger wine. Yeah, very nice.
This is just Diet Coke, by the way. If anybody's thinking, is the vodka in that? Absolutely not. No, there's. I wish.
I was going to get a beer for tonight, but I didn't have time in the end, or one big mad rush.
I will
I must
say
admit,
that
I like to have a beer or 6 when I'm on here sometimes. Not always, but sometimes I do.
and then it's just me with my water. That's me.
Oh, that
But
works.
but I will say, after I watched the film, I did shout the word freedom because I'm free. But before we get into the comments, do you want to promote your channel to everybody watching at home, Bumper?
I can do, yeah. It's just Bumper's Movies. It's just the usual unboxings. I try and do a couple of series, but they're not always regular, like Certified Trash, where I talk about trashy movies from the 70s and 80s and things that you might not get a chance to hear of otherwise. I do a thing with Trevor as well, double bill movies, watching the video nasties, but that's gone a bit dry at the moment as well, because anyone who's tried to watch the video nasties knows really that when you watch them in a row, like on a bench, it gets a bit hard work after a while, like, do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so just the standard stuff, unboxings, reviews, and his Bumpers Movies if you want to check it out.
Awesome stuff.
And I'm sure he's got fucking shares in Vinegar Syndrome, the bastard. You want to tell you what he's got? He makes me fucking sick.
I thought you were taking the piss out of me before when you said about Road Ace for buying it, but I know what you mean now, that you were thinking because I was getting them, yeah. But
you got some when you open. Oh, I've got them again. Oh, you bastard! I can't afford that. I really want that so bad.
I have had to make sacrifices elsewhere recently, mine. I got to be fair. A lot of British releases I haven't picked up, so
I think Severin I like better probably. They seem to release a lot more stuff that I want.
Yeah,
but I love both of them. Severin. I do love both.
Oh, I love Severin. They do some amazing stuff. I've still got my eyes on The Psychic and Nightmare and A Damaged Brain because they're on Film Treasures now, and they're not that expensive when you think what you pay for a second Sight release anyway.
They're on what? They're on what?
They're not that expensive when you think about.
No, you said they're on Film Tremors or something.
Oh, on Film Treasures, the website.
Treasure. Oh, have they?
Yeah, they got copies of Psychic and Nightmares and A Damaged Brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. How much is Nightmares and Damaged Brain on there?
40 quid, I think. The one's 38 and the one's 42. I don't know which way round it is though. And they got the Frank Henlott Bad Biology media book. It was about 36.
Did you get the last horror film with the Maniac 2 cover?
No, mate. I wish. Like, I was waiting for. I was hoping that might come on there, but nah, I got no chance.
It's gone. It's gone. It was a website exclusive.
You can get it at conventions if you're lucky enough to be in a convention in America. They got copies on the tables here and there, but eBay, the cheapest.
About time the bastards come over here and did one.
Well, I fed up with the American market because they don't look after us at all. When Arrow and all do loads of stuff for the Americans, but
I know
Scream Factory, Kino, Synapse, none of them delivered to the UK. Cauldron.
Do you know what the annoying thing is? The owners of Severin,
British.
He's English.
I know. Because
he left here to go over there to do that business and to release video nasties and all these weird horror films, and he just shits on us.
I don't know why he doesn't do a side label, like a British label. All right, you can't release everything in Britain because some of it's banned, but give us some of it, like at a decent price, But yeah, I know David Gregory. It don't make no sense to me. Like you say, he's British anyway. You think he'd be pushing him all over here, but
yep.
But that's the thing.
It's like the price of the thing. It's the shipping that killed you.
Well, that's the thing. Severin are great, but they take the piss, so that's why people are always a bit thing about buying off them. Like Vinegar Syndrome, you can't fault them. Everything's half price, twice a year, 14 quid shipping, no matter how much you buy. Tiny darts, isn't it, really?
That's good.
And the point schemes they do as well, and the effort they put in. But like you say, Severin released the films we want, especially if you're into Italian American horrors, like from the 70s and the 80s.
And another good label is Kino Lorber. They seem to release some really nice stuff in America.
Well, they're doing the Monster Squad now next month. I got that in my basket on Amazon America, but again, that's like a £45 with delivery charges and all, like for one. And it's
Kino Lorber.
It's amazing. I know a Death Wish, they're on Film Treasures as well. They still got Death Wish 5 in stock. I was going to grab it. I was going to see what you said about it.
Nice slips.
Yes, 4 sold out, but you can get 5 still.
4 sold out already?
Really?
Well, on Film Treasures, not generally.
Wow. They are Blu-ray, though they haven't done 4K, so
They
they would
are very
surprise me
nice
with
split
1 and
covers,
2.
though.
But yeah,
Don't bother me. I don't know if they're Blu-ray. I like a nice Blu-ray anyway.
Death Wish 4 looks absolutely stunning for a Blu-ray, I think.
Yeah, for sure. They do, don't they? If they're 4K scans, you can't fault them.
I don't think it actually says.
Well, even if they're 2K, they're really nice, but chances are if they look stunning, like, then they're 4K scans.
These don't tend to put whether it's a 4K scan or not, but they're definitely a big upgrade from, that one, you just couldn't get it at all.
I've
I'm
never
just
seen
glad
them.
to have that.
I've only seen 1 and 2.
I never used to be keen on 4. These were the worst 2, but when I watched them this time, I put my phone down and didn't get interrupted. I just sat and watched them. I absolutely enjoyed. They were brilliant. I loved them. But for me, 1 and 2 are the best 2 still.
Yeah, 2's good, man.
The second
2
one
is my
is so
favourite.
good.
Yeah, 2's good.
Especially the uncut one.
The uncut one I watched was, wow, no wonder it hasn't been released here uncut. It's quite surprising.
It's one of those films you could actually understand why they cut it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely so.
Because it ain't easy to watch.
The home invasion.
The home invasion bit, yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that.
I remember watching the first Death Wish when I was about 6 or 7 on TV, and none of that like scenes in it when I watched it on Blu-ray a few years ago, because obviously it was cut when it was on ITV. I was like, wow, I didn't remember this scene or that scene. And then that one's cut as well over here, isn't it? Death Wish, the first one?
Probably.
Do you know, I don't think it is if you get the 18 one. I don't know whether it used to be. I'm pretty sure the first one's uncut now, but the second one is definitely cut. I can't see them releasing that uncut over here now. They'd have done it long before now.
Yeah, it's a shame because they did that Blu-ray box set with all 5 of them in, but they're all the second one's cut. And I do want to see the third one. You said that's pretty good as well. That's the last one directed by Michael Winner, is it?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous action though. It is. Whereas the especially the first one, possibly the first 2, you'd think, yeah, this could happen. The third one, it's like he's just fighting this entire fucking gang army on his own. But it's really, really good. It's enjoyable.
Oh, that's great stuff. So
that's how they all go with the Vigilante films in the end, and there's like the Equalizer. The first Equalizer is really good with Denzel, but then by the third one, he's like he's playing Call of Duty in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did you think of the remake of Death Wish with Bruce Willis?
I don't think it's very good, but
I loved it. Nowhere near as good as the Bronson ones, but I really enjoyed it. And Death Sentence, I enjoyed that a hell of a lot as well.
Death Sentence is
brilliant.
Good. Kevin Bacon gives it all in that role. Fair dues in that one. I enjoyed Death Sentence.
Yeah, James Wan film as well, isn't it?
I didn't realise that when I first seen it, but yeah.
Really good film. And before we get into comments, be sure to check out Nigel's channel as well, because he recently did an interview as well with a movie director and star. So check it out. It is a fantastic interview, and you did a brilliant job there, Nigel. Very professional.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. First one I've ever done. So I was thinking this, I'm going to be shit at this. but honestly, I've had some really, really good comments. I'm over the moon with it. I really am.
It was good. If you can get the knack for it, that is the best thing to do, because I know Gareth does it only on Video Tasties here and there, and you know, with the networking.
Yeah, you did fantastically, and I'm so glad it went well. Hopefully, you'll do another one soon with a different director or actor or actress.
That would be interesting. Yeah,
that'd be good. So everybody's links in the description down below. So go and give them all a subscription if you haven't already. Let's get on with the stream. Got some comments waiting for us. So first up, we have Mike here from Did You See That saying, P, Andy, Mike, Nige, Bumper. Hey, Mike.
Mike!
Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Hey, Mike, hope you're well, mate. I think Mike's doing the stream tomorrow night, I think, at 8 o'clock, so be sure to check out his stream. We've got Pete Toys and Things saying, evening all. Evening, Pete. Thanks for joining. Seems a bit weird for me to say Pete when that's my name. We've got Max.
No, I thought it was Bob.
I thought my name was Twat, but that's what some
Well, it
people
is
call me.
actually. Yes, I was going to say, Bob,
I do
or
get
as my
quite.
friends call me, Twat.
Yeah, that's what some people call me. Well, at least that's what people in the streets call me. Mac Chat says, "Hey lads, hope all is good." Hey Mac, hope you're doing well.
Evening, Mr. Chats.
We've got Edward here saying, "Evening all, hope you're all well. Would you say that Let Me In from 2010 is not just a horror film, but the best American horror film in the last 20 years?"
No.
I've never seen it. Anybody seen it?
I've seen the original.
Seen it. I mean, the first one, not the first one, the original, Let the Right One In's top 5 favorite films of mine. I love it, like the Scandinavian one, but the remake with
Chloe.
that's it, Chloe Grace Moretz and that Cody Smith. It's all right, mine, but it's a bit too shot for shot. So if you're a big fan of the original, then it's a bit like they've obviously made this because some people don't want to read subtitles. It's one of them. But I couldn't say it's the best in the last 20 years because you've had films like Hereditary, The Witch, Midsommar. I don't like
Hereditary. Why did you just fucking throw House the Jack built in there with it, you fucker?
No, I know they're not your sort of films, but they are held in high regard in the in the horror movie world. So I wouldn't say people would say it was the best in the last 20 years. But it's quite a good film. I got a physical copy of it, Blu-ray. So Matt Reeves directs it. That's what I was meant to say. So it's
really?
Good director on it and everything.
Yeah. Oh, very good director. Have you seen it, Andy?
No, I've only seen the original one. Let the Right One In. That's a cracking film. The swimming pool sequence is great in that film.
Yeah, and when the woman gets attacked by all the cats.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's good. It's wicked. It's a vampire film. It is, but it's like a vampire film with a bit of a twist. Like it's a bit of a coming of age movie as well. Like it's really good. It lit you in the feels in some bit. If you got on board with it.
Oh, I'll have to check that one out. Have you seen the original one, Nige?
No, but I've seen Let Me In. I remember being not too fussed on it, but somebody's actually sent me it. An American one in this absolutely stunning slipcover. So I will watch it again. I just don't know what I've done with it. It's around here somewhere. That's what I was looking for. I was going to show you the slipcover. It's actually really nice. It's one of them when you take the disc out, it's actually got print on the slip as well, plastic cover.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
But I will watch it again.
Nice.
I've seen worse. It wasn't terrible, but I just thought it was a bit.
We've got Dalboy here saying, "Thanks, Pete. Unfortunately, my mother is unwell and the boiler's gone, but hey, never say never. Sorry to hear that, mate. I hope your mum feels better soon, and I hope the boiler gets sorted out. Take care, mate, and hope your mum gets better soon. Have a great stream. Take care, mate."
Watch how you go.
We've got Sai here saying, "Evening, gang. Evening, Sai. Hope you're well."
Hi, Sai.
We've got Danny here saying, "Hi, how are you all doing?" Hey, Danny. Hope you're well, my
All right,
friend.
Danny.
We have Mike saying, "Is there any non-Halloween related movies you watch during Halloween time?" Don't know. If there's a film that I want to watch that's been on my watch list for a little while, then yeah, I'll watch it, whether it's a horror film or not. I wouldn't say there's a traditional non-horror film that I'd watch at Halloween. What about you, Andy?
No, I've that time of month, October, that is just I'll let rip with the horror films. That month, I have all the staple classics you'd expect to be on that list. I watch, but yeah, it's just that time of year, that month, because I've been letting it slip lately, but I find it hard to keep on top of it all. Because it's like you say, I'm gonna sit down and watch Friday the 13th, and there's so bloody many of them, and then you move on to the next one, and there's so many of them. So it's kind of I kind of just dedicate that month to that genre.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's when you're in, of course.
That's true.
That's what I'm in, and I don't go missing.
What about you, Bumper?
I can't really think of anything I watch every year that's non-horror around Halloween, but I did think once or twice, because I watch horror all year round, it would be funny one Halloween to do 31 days of non-horror and catch up on films that are not horror. But I'm like Andy when the autumn comes and you start lighting the candles in the room. It's time to put on the Hammer or the Friday the 13th. You know, the traditional stuff. So there's nothing really non-Halloweeny that I watch during Halloween. I got a few Christmas movies on the go. Start early. That's about it.
Great stuff. And what about you, Nige?
Usually the ones I watch on Halloween are Halloween based. It's usually Halloween 1, 2, 3, Trick or Treat, and Tales of Halloween. And it is usually actually now it's only on Halloween where I'll watch Trick or Treat and Tales of Halloween, but I used to watch Trick or Treat regularly anyway. I think the last time I watched a non-Halloween film on Halloween, but God, was years ago. I did watch Dawn of the Dead once. I can't remember, but I might have watched one of the Friday the 13th. But I don't know why, with it being Halloween, it just doesn't feel right. Scream would probably be a good one to watch on Halloween.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah, definitely. So I did rewatch the 6th one at the weekend, and yeah, I like it, but I do think the 5th one's better. This one isn't as good as the other ones, definitely. It's on the low end of my ranking for them.
There's definitely movies that definitely horror movies that you can watch on Halloween and are non-Halloween related but still feel thing like anything like Hammer in it, you know what I mean? So, you know, but I misread the question at first. I thought he meant, you know, movies that weren't horror, but
that's what I was thinking as well.
No, and Halloween themed.
No, one set around Halloween. There's plenty of ones you can watch outside of the season, outside of the holiday, during the holiday.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of ones you can watch on that, you know, they're Halloween based, so you may as well.
Yeah, totally. We have Danny here saying, I watched Hounds of the Baskervilles by Hammer. Oh, what, the one with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee? That's a great one, that is.
I've not seen that. I'm dying to see that.
Oh, that is a fantastic iteration of the Sherlock Holmes story. It's got a little bit, well, it has got a horror edge to it because it's Hammer, but the Hound itself is quite laughably not terrifying, but you forgive it. It's like late 50s, I think, but it's a really good film. It is. Have you seen it, Andy?
No, I'm sorry to say.
No,
Hammer's one of my blind spots, unfortunately.
Oh. What about you, Bumper? You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it, mate. It's my favourite incarnation of Sherlock Holmes, the Peter Cushing one. Peter Cushing is like my hero, so he can do no wrong. I love the Sherlock Holmes, that one. You can get it on Arrow, so
yeah, that's
you
what
can see it on Arrow Blu-rays, worth grabbing. Yeah, I love that film. Really good, like Sunday afternoon type movie. But like you say, it's not scary or anything because of the time it was made. But no, it is good, really good.
Yeah, and for a film in the 50s, the Blu-ray looks really nice as well.
Yeah.
They've done a great job with it. And you haven't seen it, Nige?
No, I really want to look.
Oh, I think you'd definitely enjoy it. We've got Elliot here from IMO Reviews saying, just popping in to quickly say hello and drop a like. Hope you're well. What are your plans for Halloween? Well, hey, Elliot, I hope you're keeping well, mate. So what's your plans for Halloween, Andy?
Just to watch the first 3 Halloween films back to back. If I can do that, I'm happy.
That's good to me. What about you, Bumper?
What day is it? On Tuesday, isn't it? Halloween, I think.
Yeah.
Got a week off work because it's half term, so I got to look after my sprogs for a week. So I'll probably have a late night. I don't know what films I watch. I won't pre-plan. You know, I might even see what's on telly because, you know, it's one night a year when there might be a horror film on telly that's worth watching. But I might watch Ghost Watch, actually, if I can get my family to watch it. But
good call. I never thought of that one.
Yeah, because I seen it on Halloween when it aired years ago, and I was about my daughter's age at the time, and I remember I shit my pants.
I did. Did you think it was real?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I did.
100%. There was no such thing as found footage and all back then, was it? Like, you had no reason to think it was fake. Now, you know, wouldn't you? Because there's been so many examples of it done before. But, oh, yeah, no, I didn't have a clue.
That shit me stuff. I went cold because I thought it was real. I was like, oh, Christ, we should never watch this. I was like, is it going to come through the fucking set? And then when it came out the next day, it was all the hoax. I went, you cunts.
I stayed at a friend's house and it was like weird surroundings, so I couldn't get to sleep and the telly was still on and the bloody fog come on after it. Like, so I was sat there scared enough anyway, like in this strange house, when everyone's asleep, and I had to watch the fog as well. When I was like 9, I was, oh God. I remember it to this day, like just being up all night shitting myself.
Fog would be another good one to watch on Halloween.
Oh yeah, it's a great film. Good gateway horror because most of the violence is off screen and there's no like sex or boobs in there.
That's
So
true.
if you've got a kid who's like 13, 14 trying to get into it, maybe even a bit younger, The Fog's great. I love it.
Oh, definitely. Really good film. That's a good pick there with Ghost Watch. I think I watched that last Halloween. Oh, very creepy. Even though, like, you know, it was fake, you can imagine being there in the 90s watching that, just turning on, expecting the news, and then that's all going off. I can imagine a lot of people never got to sleep that night.
Honestly, it was fucking terrifying. I can honestly say it was.
Yeah, and that set that was released by 101 last year was incredible.
Oh
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, sold out fast, I did.
Yeah.
You can get a standard release, but not the same.
Yeah. And what about you, Nige? What would be your plans for Halloween?
The 5 films I've just said, and if I start earlier, I'm debating watching Universal's Wolfman as well for a change. I got that idea actually off Delboy because he said he watches a Universal and a Hammer on Halloween. I thought, oh, Wolfman. So I might watch that one as well. I might start with that one. And hopefully beer and nibbles or pizza.
Sounds like a good plan to me. For me, honestly, don't know yet. May watch some more of the Friday the 13th films, see if I can finally get all them watched this year, as I've got all the Saws watched. Or if that, just play some horror games. Either way, something cool.
I am dying to know what you think of Part 5.
What? Friday Part 5?
Friday the 13th, Part 5. A new beginning.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what you think of that.
I've heard like a lot of mixed things saying that it's quite boring, nothing really happens, and
it's got a wicked kill in there with a pair of garden shears. You'll never forget that one.
Yeah,
it's got a few.
It's a good film. I was watching Friday the 13th ranking video the other day. Dead Pit Radio. I don't know if you know them, but they're on YouTube, and they actually voted Part 5 number 1. About that's what they them all. Like, it was a bit of a shock. I don't know if it was a bit of some of it was done for the attention or what, but yeah, they voted number 5 as the best one. So there we are.
That's something different.
Nice to see it getting some positive reviews for a change, actually.
Yeah. And when you listen to them talk about it, that makes you start to think then that actually, yeah, probably if you watch it with the right expectancies, you probably just enjoy it. Like,
if you watch it not knowing whether it actually is Jason or not, and then if you think it isn't, you think, well, who the hell else is it? Because when I saw it at the cinema, I was like, it's that one. It's that one. And I was like, it's fucking Jason's back. And I was like, although I don't know, you look fucking dodgy. There's quite a, when you watch it for a second time, there's quite an obvious bit. And at the time, I was
a bit like Psycho 2, where it keeps you guessing all the way through.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Is it him? Isn't it him? And if it isn't him, who the fuck is it? Type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll watch it. Watch that one next, then watch 6. I'm looking forward to 6, and I'm looking forward to watching your favorite, Jason X.
You like sci-fi? You'll probably think it's the fucking best one.
No, I have to have some beating because I really enjoyed 4. I thought it was brilliant. And we have Phil's creepy videos here saying, "Hey there, horror fans." Hey, Phil.
All right, mate.
We've got Mac Chats here saying, "I've watched the first 9 Halloween films in a week, and here's my take. 1 and 3 are great. 2's a bit of a wet, dull fart, if I'm being honest. 4's dull. 5 and 6, just stop it now." Wow.
So what about 7, 8, and 9?
God.
Wow.
We have H2O, not as good as I remember. Resurrection, not as bad as I remember. And
I like Resurrection.
The remake was a good time.
I agree.
Right. So what's your thoughts of the Halloween films then, Andy?
One for me is a masterpiece. Love it.
It's a what?
I'm not saying. It's flawless.
It's jolly good.
Yeah. Two's like, that's when it gets into slasher gear. 3 is a massively understood great film, which is finding its feet now. 4's okay. 5's bad. 6 is all right. H2O's okay. Resurrection's awful, but I enjoyed it on an entertaining level. The Rob Zombie remake is first half of it's all right. Wasn't a fan of the second half. Halloween 2 is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Borderline unwatchable. Exorcist 2 might be better than it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
No, don't listen to him.
Well, if that's the
fine.
case, then I'll have to watch Halloween 2 to see if it is. I don't know.
And I really like the David Gordon Green trilogy. I think Halloween Ends might be my favorite out of the 3.
Wow.
That is I know that's a bold statement, but yeah.
That's fair play. It's good. It does something different.
When did this happen? I thought you didn't like it.
I've always liked Halloween Ends.
Yeah, it's because I eat it that fucking much. I forget the odd person who likes it.
I really like it. It's because I went into it with no expectations at all because everyone said it was fucking awful, and I went into it and I was like, I was expecting like Exorcist 2 level of bad, and I was like, this is actually quite good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I do, man.
Oh.
I actually really like that trilogy as a whole. I actually think the first one might be the worst.
Wow.
To be honest with you.
Wow.
But it's still a good little trilogy. I know it's not for everyone, but I liked it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and it's great to hear that Ends gets a lot more love.
Bell Ends.
Halloween Bell Ends.
You haven't popped yours up yet, have you? I ain't seen. Oh! I thought you have a hand to pop up. Oh.
Me diseased one.
Oh, it's erected up. Oh.
Can you give me some tablets for that, please?
We've been sticking that too.
Oh, dear. What about you, Bumper, with the Halloween franchise?
I don't mind. Like Andy says, number 1's classic, and then number 2, I don't know, is it that bad? I can't say I watched it millions of times. I like the fact that it continues straight on from the first one, and it's quite fast paced. I can only really remember like the annoying doctor or the annoying bloke nurse trying to get on with all the women nurses. And then he get boiled in a bath, or one of them get boiled in a bath. I know it's been so long since I've seen it. 3 I love because it's like so marketable. You've got like all the little characters, all the little masks. I love like the clothing you can get that relates to it, and I love the actor in there as well. What's his name? Atkins.
Tom Atkins. Yeah.
Tom Atkins. Yeah. So thing. You've got to be from a certain time, I think, to enjoy 4 and 5. The same as you've got to be from a certain time to enjoy 4 and 5, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, because they were just churned out sequels, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, there was never really a lot put into any of these franchise sequels. You just watch them for what they are, really. Like, number 5's hilarious. Like, every time those 2 bumbling cops come on the screen and that little ditto plays over the top, it's just like, what the fuck is this to do with Halloween? Like, it's more like Police Academy. But it's just charming, and as the years go on, you just look back there and just laugh at it. The newer ones, I used to love H2O mine when I was like 16, 17. I was really into that film. Not as good now watching it these days, but I still do like it. Resurrection, yeah, I don't think it's that bad, really. Again, the cast, I quite like Busta Rhymes. I was into when I was younger. Tyra Banks was quite hot, I used to think, when I was younger. So, yeah. I don't really want to talk too much about the Rob Zombie ones and the David Gordon Green ones. I'm not a massive fan of them. I don't think anyone can nail the scenes, in the prison, in the psych wards at the start when in Halloween, Gordon Green, when he's there screaming at him with the mask, saying, "You get this, Michael," and all this. You remember? I don't like all those scenes. I just like John Carpenter's mystery, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get a couple of
I get
sentences
that.
from Loomis here and there to tell you what it's all about, and the others are just, it's just all laid on too thick. If I had to pick one, I like Halloween Kills because he just goes on a rampage and just kills loads of people. I can just watch those scenes over and over, really. But you know, I'm definitely more for the older ones.
Great stuff. And you, Nige?
Yeah, absolutely love 1, 2, and 3. Probably in that order. Well, I don't know. Three's amazing. I like 4. It's not the best. 5's all right, but it's not the greatest. And the mask in that one is fucking horrendous. It's the worst Halloween mask of the lot. It doesn't even look like him. 6 I like both cuts for different reasons. H2O, yeah, don't mind that. I like that one. I like Resurrection. I really like the first Rob Zombie Halloween. I used to really like the second one, but it just irritates the shit out of me now. We're there with that fucking white horse. Any excuse to get air in a film, and he's there as if he doesn't see enough of it at home. And the last trilogy, I really enjoyed. I think the second one's my favourite. I've noticed as well. I've noticed before that there was the similarities between the first one, but I've noticed too. And the first one I noticed was the Halloween and Halloween 2018. They use the same font at the beginning titles. Halloween Kills uses the same font as Halloween 2.
And then 3.
Halloween Ends uses the same as Halloween 3. Halloween 3 was absolutely hated and slated when it come out. Oh, shit. So was Halloween Ends. But also, the original Halloween had little gore. So, same as 2018. Halloween 2 went ridiculous with the gore. So did Halloween Kills. There's just these weird similarities. Like they've tried to compare them briefly, like vaguely with them. But I enjoyed them all 3 of them. But yeah, I do really like the Halloween series, but Friday the 13th pisses all over them for me.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of the Halloween films. I do like some of them. Some of them are good. I remember, like, I've seen 4, 5, and one of the cuts is 6. 6 one's got Paul Rudd in. I wasn't too keen on that one, but there's 2 cuts of that, isn't there? The producer's cut.
That's right. Yeah.
6, yeah.
I have seen Resurrection. Was not a fan of that one. Haven't seen the Rob Zombie ones. The what is it now? The David Gordon Green trilogy. Now my favourite's the first one. I really like that one. Second one's just a good fun time. Just seeing him obliterate nearly the whole town of Haddonfield. And the third one, I think the biggest problem with it was the marketing. They tried to say that it's going to be an epic matchup between Laurie and Michael, and it didn't happen until the final 10 minutes. If they were a bit more open and honest with the trailer, I think it would have gone down a little bit more. I mean, I was not too big of a fan of it, but I do want to pick up and give it a rewatch again and see what it's like. Probably watch the whole trilogy again. But I see that the new Exorcist Believer, has hit streaming, so I don't think that's done very well in the box office because that's only just recently come out. So would you check out David Gordon Green's Exorcist, Andy?
Maybe at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that original so much. I've heard the best of things about that one.
What about you, Bumper? Would you check out his new version of The Exorcist?
Yeah, so I was actually going to watch it last night because, like you say, he just come to stream and having this, so it was all over my Fire Stick. So I thought I'd sit down and watch it. And coincidentally, my wife wanted to watch a film last night, and she didn't want to watch it. She wanted to watch the original, the 4K. So I forgot to mention it earlier when we said about films we recently watched. But I watched the 4K The Exorcist for the first time last night. So typically my wife found it boring, but like I said, she's not into horror films, and it's from a certain time and a place in The Exorcist. But yeah, I just loved it again. It was just like watching it brand spanking new again for me. Even though I've seen it so many times, it's just, it looks stunning in 4K. The scenes in Africa at the beginning, doing the excavation, like I was pausing it and calling my boy in the room and saying things like, when do you reckon this film was made? And he'd be like, oh, I don't know, 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, try 50. So I don't know why anyone's moaning about with the 4K transfer on it. In fact, I seen Nigel's video this morning, And you're right when you said that people watch it and they're purposely looking for things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the lights are a bit illuminated when Father Carrius is in the train station at the start. But while you're talking 30 seconds of a movie and they're luminous lights, it's bringing life to the film a little bit. You don't want everything dull, do you? Like, you know what I mean? I will watch The Exorcist Believer because it's not really a remake, is it? It's a film of following on in the mythology in it, because Ellen Burstyn's characters in it.
Yeah,
and
it's a bit like 2018 Halloween, isn't it? A continuation.
So because it's not the same story again, with new actors as the characters, I'll be okay watching it. But I wouldn't expect much.
No. And what about you, Nige? You going to give his version of The Exorcist a go?
I need to, because I've pre-ordered the funky limited set, and if it's shit, I'm going to cancel it. So I need to see it quick because I've heard that many bad things. Having said that, I heard the same thing about Halloween Ends, so I watched that, expected it to be shit, and I really enjoyed it. So,
yeah. For me, well, I think I'll keep my beloved Exorcist 2 for the moment, and then probably eventually get down to Believer.
I must admit, like the few times I've watched The Exorcist lately, fucking hell, I just love it more. The more I watch it, it's definitely creeping up into my top 20 films again now. I'm saying again, it never was. I've watched it loads. I mean, when I got the first the Steelbook, I watched both cuts and I was like, fucking hell, wow, 50-year-old and have come out with this. They can't make them like that now. Not just the effects, but the acting, the story of it, everything about it. And when the second one, I haven't watched it yet, but when the second one turned up, I was thinking, do you know, I can't wait to watch this again. It's really, really gone way up in my rating now. I've always liked it. I absolutely fucking love it now.
It's a fantastic film, and I think it'll get a load of new fans now with the 4K release, and they keep re-releasing it in cinemas as well. I think it's going back to cinemas on Halloween as well.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So we have Max saying, I'm more of a Jason guy. At least those films lean into the silliness and are never dull. Even Jason X, Nige.
I wouldn't go that far, but the rest of them, I absolutely agree. Jason X to me is what like Halloween 3 or Halloween Ends is to everybody else. I just despise it. But when I watch them all, I can't leave it out. I've got to watch it, or the old OCD will just like make me never sleep again. I've got to watch it because I feel like I've left it out. It does have some good bits in it. It's got some great death scenes, and I love the bit where it goes back to Crystal Lake, like tricking him to go back to Crystal Lake. But the rest of it, Jesus wept.
I'm intrigued how he gets to space.
Will you see? Oh, I can't say. It's not really spoiling it, but well, it is. But no, I'm not going to say. Oh, just think of Superman, and just wait. Yeah.
Okay. We've got Ian here saying, hi everyone, hope you're well. Have a read grand time. Hey Ian, hope you're well, my friend. Watched today Sweeney 2 on Network Blu-ray, which was kindly sent to me. Compliments.
Wow.
The first one, which I've got on Blu-ray, loved it. Yeah. Sweeney 2 is a really good little film. I do prefer the first one, but it's a really good film. Quite a brutal little ending to it as well. Very underrated, I think. For like TV to film movies, it's up there with one of the best. Have you seen Sweeney or Sweeney 2, Andy?
No, I'm sorry to say. No.
Nope. Bumper?
Is it the modern day one with, what's his name?
Oh,
Ray
no,
Winston.
not the one with Ray Winston, no.
No, yeah, that's why I didn't think there was a sequel to that one, mind. So, no, I'm not very good with my old British gangster stuff, like 60s, 70s gangster stuff. I don't know a lot about it, or TV police stuff. So, no, I haven't seen it.
No worries. And Nige, you've seen them?
Yeah, I got the box set with the teleseries, watched all that, absolutely loved it. And I got the 2 films. I do like the teleseries better. The films were different. They both ended really strange for me. The films, like they were left open, both of them at the end. It was weird, and it was weird to hear them say "fuck" because they don't say that on the telly. When they said it, I was like, oh. So that was a bit of a shock. But yeah, I really did enjoy them though.
I did read in the little booklet that came with both the network releases saying that they went for the full like X rating at the time for the first one, but had to tone it down because a lot of people complained with it when it came out.
Wow.
They were going to do a third one, but apparently, again, it was too violent for them, so they didn't decide to do it.
You joke? Oh God, the third one would have been good to finish that all off. They should have done the film when the series finished, just to end the story type of thing.
Yeah, I think that would have been good. We've got Red Romantics here saying evening all, evening Red
Good
Room.
evening, sir. I hope you've been here from the start.
Missed the start of the
yeah.
stream, guys. Did you watch House that Jack Built yet?
Yes, and I absolutely fucking hated it. Hated it. From start to finish.
Just saw the reaction, shocked face. We've got Sai here saying, I watched the Rob Zombie Halloween last night and noticed it was packed with cameos. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees sells a gun.
Mickey Dolenz?
Domino's? Mickey Domino's?
You mean Mickey Dolenz?
Oh, yes. Mickey Dolenz.
Mickey Dolenz? Dolenz Pizza?
Yeah, they're tasty. Mickey Domino's. Domino's?
Mickey Domino's? It's not fucking Domino's! Mickey Dolenz! It sounds like Bellends, but with a D.
Okay, yeah, Mickey Bellends from the
Mickey
Monkees.
Fuck it, that's close enough.
Mickey Dolenz. There you go.
Yes.
That sells a gun to Loomis and busts
Yes.
Sergeant Callahan from the Police Academy movies in it too. Wow. Nice.
She also plays the mother in The Devil's Rejects.
Does she? Oh.
Yes, it was Karen Black in House of a Thousand Corpses, but when they made The Devil's Rejects, she passed away. So they used her out of Police Academy, and I must admit she did a fucking million times better job. She's absolutely brutal in it.
Oh, that's good. Right. We have Elliot here saying Lars von Trier can be an odd director. I wasn't sure about House that Jack built after watching it. I loved some of it, but hated other parts.
The only bit I liked was that one scene with where he was with his family and they went out. I think it was like a picnic thing. They went. That was the only bit I liked. Liked is the wrong word.
Wow. Sorry, said Nige. What did you think of the duck scene in it?
I can't remember it. Duck.
Okay.
He must do something with the duck, rather evil, I'm assuming, but I can't remember. I think I was too busy being pissed off.
Duck?
Yeah, I think it's made to look real, but obviously they won't hurt it.
Give Antichrist a miss, Nige, says Elliot.
Thank you for that, mate. I will.
Red Room says I was going to send you 2 Lars von Trier films. I'm glad I didn't now.
Out of curiosity, what was the second one?
I don't know.
I've seen Antichrist.
Are these Lars von Trier films? Dogville?
Yeah, Dogville and Melancholia, yeah.
So
yeah, Melancholia's got Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like an end of the world type thing.
Now, yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I don't like end of the world shit. So I'll avoid that one anyway.
It's arty as well, like it's a drama, like.
Dogville's weird.
No, he needs banning from ever making another film again, that fucker.
He's got his fans, but I think you might like Antichrist. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there's 2 scenes in there which any hardcore horror fan should watch, even if you just fast forwarded it to those 2 scenes just to see them because they are bloody hardcore. The one scene, you haven't seen anything like it, you'll be shocked that they show it.
Wow.
Honestly. The camera does not pan away. It's with a pair of garden shears. I won't say any more, but it is fucking vile.
Doesn't that have real sex scenes in it as well?
That's why it's so bad, because it's violent sex. Like that's what does it for me. Like, it's like Serbian film type stuff, but a lot lower level. Like it's like that. If that stuff does you in, like then.
Serbian film was brutal, but it was nowhere near as bad as what people say it was. I think they just overreacted a bit.
But Antichrist.
Don't get me wrong; it's not an easy watch, but Jesus, I've seen worse.
Yeah. Well, these days, yeah, it's quite old now. It's 13 years old, that film now. But
Wow, is it really?
yeah, 2010 Serbian film,
Oh,
first
God.
scene.
Wow.
But yeah, I think you should watch Antichrist not just for those two scenes because you've seen it all with the video nasties and whatever. I Spit on Your Grave and Last House on the Left and stuff. So this is like a bit of a,
Does it make
on those
sense though
lines,
from
like.
start to finish, or does he keep going off in tangents like he does?
Yeah, it's a proper story. Like it's about this couple and their kid dies, so they go away like to try and like save their relationship. They go away to this log cabin in the middle of nowhere. But the woman, she just starts losing it. Like she's not on apple pills or whatever. Like and she just starts doing all this sadistic shit to William Dafoe. Like it's just insane. Like I couldn't bring the words out of my mouth to tell you about the one scene. You'd have to see it.
But then it doesn't like skip to a fucking bloke playing the piano in black and white and all that shite, though, does it?
There's some symbolic stuff in it because it's in the woods, so she has visions of like some deers and things like that. I think it's been ages since I've seen it, but it don't go from your head once you've seen it. Like, so there's some symbolic stuff in it, but it's more linear than you might think. It has got a story and all you can follow.
I bet this one's 3.5 hours long, no doubt.
No, it's about
I
an
don't
hour.
have about an hour and a half, hour and 40. Bloody hell, he wouldn't want 3 hours.
Oh, so he can make a fucking short film then, when he wants to.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
With Edward here saying, what's your thoughts on Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2 getting pushed back a year, losing its title? It's a shame it's getting pushed back, but I think it's due to all the strikes that are going on, and it didn't do that well at the box office, so I guess they're going to change its name to try and get more people to watch it in a couple of years off so people get more excited for it. I really enjoyed Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and I look forward to whenever it comes out. Shame it's being delayed, but hey-ho. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I love the first one. Gutted this one's getting delayed because I thought it would have been out, fairly recent, but yeah, gutted because the first one's really good.
Yeah. Of all the films that are doing this two-parter stuff, I think Dead Reckoning did it the best because it felt like a complete film. Other ones felt like half a film, and then just as it gets good, I'll end in it. What about you, Bumper? Have you seen Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning yet?
I haven't seen it, mate. I gotta be fair, the only Mission Impossible film I've seen is number 2 years and years ago because it's directed by
John Woo.
John Woo, you got it. And he had Dougray Scott in it as well, who I used to quite like. That's the only one. I got nothing against him, but I'm just not into big blasé action films really. Like I switch off doing long action sequences, like they don't grasp my attention. So, but I give respect to Tom Cruise. I seen him doing that stunt when he was on the motorbike jumping off the cliff. So fair dues to him. He deserves all the credits he gets. But I'm surprised he didn't do well because of Top Gun doing so well. I mean, that done far surpassed anyone's expectations, didn't it? So I'm surprised he didn't do the thing. But
I think it came out just the wrong time. It was a week before Barbie and Oppenheimer, and that just buried it.
Oh no, not Barbie and Oppenheimer. How did it lose? Terrible mind into the state of cinema these days. If they're the films that are getting the bums on the seats. Well, Oppenheimer's okay, I suppose. I should respect Christopher Nolan because he don't use any CGI, and I'm into that sort of caper. But I'm not into it as a movie, though. Really.
And Nige, not a fan at all, are you?
I've never seen one of them. Just no interest. John Woo directed them, did he?
The second one.
Second one.
Oh,
The second one's quite good. Like it's got an early noughties action feel, like a face-off type feel.
I think his brother's a better director, like Twitter.
Lives in a tree.
Brian De Palma did the first one.
Oh, well, I would never have filmed that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is it the second one that's got the Metallica song in? I Disappear.
I'm not sure.
You sure it is?
It was
probably
just big
would
when
be. It would
he
suit
first
it.
got on the scene. One, I always remember the cover, like the orangey cover. It was like one of those movies when DVD was first coming out, wasn't it? So everyone added like the Matrix and whatever.
I remember rewatching that second one, and where he's climbing up the cliff in slow motion. It looks like something from a Lynx advert.
I know when the Metallica single come out, it had like their logo and the title, and all the image on the sleeve was just fire behind it.
Yeah, that's the one with like the
That's
fire,
the
like his
one.
orangey fire on the cover. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
the
the
So
one.
second one.
it is the second one. Then it's in. It's a good song, that mind.
We've got Sinjin saying, I enjoy watching all the Friday the 13th, but the first one is my favourite. Brilliant
Good
stuff.
man. I agree.
That's your favourite one, the first one, Ed Nige.
Yeah, after Jaws, it's Jaws is my favourite film of all time. The first Friday the 13th is my second favourite film of all time. I absolutely love it.
Awesome. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's not my favorite one, but yeah, I like all of them. I even like Part 9.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I
Is that
love
Jason-
Part 9.
Is that Jason Goes to Hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets shit on so badly. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because John Jason all the way through it. Fuck's sake. Just imagine, put the mask on whoever his fucking body he takes over. You still see the kills and everything.
Fucking hell, that diner scene. Fucking hell.
That one.
Oh, God.
The worst part about the film, and it pisses me off, and I didn't realise till somebody pointed it out, is when they go to the house and it's got the name Voorhees on the sign, they've only spelt it wrong. They haven't put double O, they put VOR, Voorhees.
Oh, dear.
And the director of that film is a bit of a wanker, to be honest.
And Bumper, what's your favourite Friday film?
I used to think 6 was my favorite growing up, like because it's got like the kids in peril side story, and you got Tommy Jarvis is good when Tom Matthews is playing him. But I like number 2 the best, I think, now as I've got older. Like it's just some of the scenes like at the end in the cabin, you know, where you've got like Ginny in the cabin and you see him coming running down the hill behind her and all, like. And I like Sackhead. I used to love Hockey Mask Jason, but I prefer Sackhead Jason now as I've got older as well. So yeah, I like number 2 the best, but I can watch them all. I don't mind 9. 9's great. The first half hour of 9 or 20 minutes when they set him up, I thought that's really good, man. I watched that scene loads. Jason goes to space. I don't know, man. It is a bit crap. I gotta be fair. There's 1 or 2 deaths in it that are good, but there's some ropey CGI at the end, like when they kill him. I won't give you how it happens, but it's just, oh my God, it's just so loud. You could watch that before releasing
Super
it.
Jason.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's just like, oh my God, you didn't edit that out, like, you know, doing the cutting process. I don't know, bloody know, but
If he's doing that, he even looks around and say, like, you motherfucker.
So yeah, but yeah, I like them all though. You know, I can watch any of them. They are solid all the way through, unlike some of the other franchises. 7's alright, and they had number 8 as well. So yeah, they're all pretty good. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I actually saw Part 6 at the cinema. It got a very limited release, and it was a double bill. One of the rare occasions in the 80s where you still got 2 films together, and it was on with April Fool's Day. You got to see them both together.
Tidy.
Nice.
What a cracking lineup that was.
Yeah, good films. April Fool's Day is a good one. I got the Screen Factory release of that. One of not many Screen Factories that I have got. But
Yeah, I've got that. I do love that film.
yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Great stuff. We got Sai said, Pete, did you laugh with the fizzy water incident in One Cut of the Dead? Yeah, it is hilarious. The final part of it is. I can't say no about it. The whole point of this film is you've got to go into it watching it blind. But let's just say it's a director trying to make a zombie film, but things go from bad to worse, and it goes places you never imagine. It's very clever, very funny. Dawn of the Dead says Sai. Dawn of the Dead says Danny. Dawn of the Dead definitely says Sinjin. MacChat says, any fans of In Half Hot Mum got all 8 series for 12 quid. Windsor Davis line saying, right, lovely boys, and never before have I seen such a blatant display of poofery. Couldn't make it these days. I have seen a few episodes of it. I haven't seen like some of the later ones, but I didn't mind it for what it was. Ever seen an episode, Andy?
A long time ago. My memories of it is very, very hazy. but I remember the name of the show and I remember what it looks like. But yeah, couldn't tell you much more than that.
Bumper?
Yeah, it's a little bit before my time. Like I was more into like Fools and Horses and Frank Spencer and all. I suppose it ain't half hot. Mum, I don't know when was that. Is it 70s? It's got to be 70s, is it? Because I don't really remember watching it. I'm more like the 80s stuff. But I mean, I love the fact that it's what's the word I'm looking for? Like not woke, and you can think of the stuff they get away with. I would watch it now if it was on because of that reason. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not familiar with it, unfortunately. Alf Garner, I can remember, So.
Oh yeah, Alf Garner. To Death a Stew Pa is one of them.
Something
I think.
like that, yeah. He's sitting there watching the football, shaking his racist slurs. God, he'd never get,
And what about you, Nige?
I used to watch it with me, and I used to absolutely love it. Jim Jam sent me one of the series on DVD. I haven't watched it yet. He sent me it ages ago, but yeah, God, I mean, people go on about it's racist. It really, really wasn't thought like that at the time. It was just funny. Same as like when my nanny used to love the black and white minstrel show. She never once used to say like, "Oh, here they are coming on dressed as N-words." Nothing like that. It wasn't thought like that. I don't know what the hell when it all started. I don't know, but when you watch it, to me, it's just people putting makeup on and playing a part and putting the accent on. And I think that's all we ever really thought about it at the time, to be honest.
Yeah,
but it was very funny. I do remember it being very funny.
Poofery. I love the series as a kid. Windsor Davis was great in that, and Never the Twain. Loved that. That was good.
I think it was a day and a half. Hotman was the first time I ever seen him, but oh god, I absolutely love Never the Twain. One of my favourite programs ever. That.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
Sai says, "What all the Indian characters or white actors were blackface in Half Hot Mum?"
No, I think it was just one of them.
Really?
Some of them were actually Indian actors, because I think one of them was in Mind Your Language years later. But the one who played the main one was called Michael something. And you know, I always wanted to know what he looked like with the makeup off, and I never ever got to see him what he looked like.
He's the prison warden in Clockwork Orange.
Is he?
Yeah. Really?
I think he's like the main prison officer in Clockwork Orange. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I need to watch it again because I can't picture him.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it looks like it interested you. Wow, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Couldn't have timed that any more wrong.
I know.
Danny says, "I have in Half Mum on complete collection on DVD. Love it when it was on TV." Yeah, great stuff. Got Viewer Drew saying, "Hey everyone, what's up? Hey Drew, hope you're doing well, my friend." We have Drew saying, "What do you guys think is the worst horror remake you've ever seen?" For me, it's Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. Right. Andy, what's the worst ever remake you've seen?
Oh, I don't know. I've tried to stay clear of the ones I've heard that are absolutely terrible. But yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween isn't great in my opinion, but the sequel is it's garbage, hot garbage. Just I can't abide that film at all.
That's the one with the white horse a lot, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah.
Not only that, it's a complete character assassination on Loomis. They just turn him into a fucking arsehole.
Really?
And he's insufferable.
Yeah, they do.
It's like, what are they doing to him? It's horrible.
Even Laurie Strode, she just acts like some, I don't know, like a fucked up junkie type of thing because of what she's been through. But like, she's just horrible, lashing out, screaming. It's like a different person.
Really? Oh,
they really did spoil the characters in it.
What about you, Bumper?
I mean, the most frustrating one is the Freddy one, isn't it? Because, like, it was just horrendous. Like Jackie Earle Haley, like horrendous, this little bloody rapey, noncy Freddy. Like, And it's just you got the girl in it, and it just openly said she couldn't give two shits about the movie. Just so that's the most frustrating one because there's a lot of stuff that they could have used to make a good film. But I tell you, the worst one, but you've probably never seen, is they remade Blood Feast. Like Blood Feast is like a 1960s Herschel Gordon Lewis film. It's like a video nasty, is amazing. But they remade it. I don't know, maybe in about 2013. I seen it at a film festival. It was laughed at. It was just horrendously bad.
Wow.
You don't look it up. You could probably get a Blu-ray for about £3 on Amazon. I can't think who the director is, but yeah, they remade Blood Feast, and that's why you've never heard of it because that's how bad it was. So I'd say that was the worst one, but Freddie, the most.
Go on Amazon and say order this Blood Feast, and we'll give you a £50 voucher.
Just like they're not even like trying to, they're not even trying to remake something that's like amazing. It is a good film, but it's not like a classic. But so to make it even worse 50 years later, just I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Oh, and what about you, Nige? Worst horror remake?
The one that springs to mind, I couldn't even watch it all the way through, was The Fog.
Yes.
Yeah, shit.
And the one that I've actually sat through all the way through, and I did nothing but shout and swear and scream at the telly, was Carrie.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, when you watch the original, Sissy Spacek's giving it this, like, when she does stuff, fucking Chloe Grace Moretz. I mean, bless her, she's only doing what the script says. When she moves, so she's giving it this. You're not a fucking magician, bitch. I did nothing for me. I've only watched it once, but I will probably watch it again. Maybe it's before I die if I get around to it. But that's big one. I'm going to go with The Fog. I couldn't even sit through. It was absolutely atrocious.
No, the Fog is terrible.
I definitely agree with that. It's an awful one. The Psycho remake was unneeded as well. Didn't like that one at all with Vince Vaughn in it. And
I can watch that though because it's basically the same story and script and that, but you might as well watch the original because it's far better because it's like Anthony Perkins. Vince Vaughn shitting it. They've got the wrong person.
Oh, he's dreadful in it. I didn't like him in it at all.
I did not like him in it at all. And the fact that it's shot for shot in the same script, it was absolutely pointless. I don't hate it, but it was pointless.
Yeah. Not all actors are just one bloke. It's a bit hairy, but too silly to take serious. Windsor Davis just cracks me up in every episode. I miss comedy like this. I'm eyeing up the Heidi High set, and Are You Being Served now? Treat yourself.
I like Are You Being Served. I never liked the idea. I thought it was stupid.
I didn't mind Heidi High, but I thought Are You Being Served was much better.
Yeah, it was.
We've got Minhaju here saying, hey, Playtendoguy and everyone. Hope you're all well and safe. I've been extremely busy with Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and wow, the game is amazing. Who's playing it?
Him.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only played about 2 or 3 hours of it, but yeah, really good. Pretty much more of the same, but looks absolutely outstanding. He's loving the game. Glad to hear it. He's enjoying it so much. You're going to go and play some more of it in a bit. I need to get them sometime, says Danny. I'm so invested in the game. Glad to hear it. Viva Drew says, question for everyone. If you were living the life of a monster, what life would be worse? Being a vampire or werewolf? I think werewolf is worse. Werewolf would be worse. I mean, all right, vampire, you can't go out really in the daylight unless you have an umbrella or something, but they seem to have a pretty good rocking time. Werewolf looks painful. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, probably a vampire, just because you're in control of it a bit more. You can, you don't have to, you just stay at home during the day, watch films at night.
What would be worse? A vampire? You think a vampire would be worse?
Oh, what would be worse?
Yeah.
A werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah.
Question. A werewolf would be worse because if you're a vampire, you do have more control over it. With the full moons, you've got no say.
Yeah. And you also need a spare set of clothes with you handy, wherever you end up.
And it only fucking knacks to transform by the looks of it.
And if American Werewolf in London's anything to go by, that looks fucking painful.
But yeah, that's what I mean. It's fucking agonising, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
What about you, Bumper?
Just what everyone else said, really. Like, we want to be a werewolf. Would you just wake up one morning, like, bollock naked, butchered all your family? Oh, right, okay. It would be very nice.
And you know, werewolf as well for you?
Definitely. Vampire, you sleep all day, then you get up and look at the fanny they get. Shag them, then bite them. Yeah, count me in.
We've got Thinjin here saying, I finished off watching the original Exorcist today and didn't realise Jason Miller, who played Father Karras, is Jason Patrick's father. Yeah.
Wow.
I only found that out a few weeks ago.
I didn't know that till last week. I heard somebody say it. I thought, is that true?
Yeah.
Is it true?
It is true, yeah. I only found out a
Wow.
few weeks ago. I did when the blue 4K came out and somebody said it in a review or something, and I was like, wow, really? And yeah, it's true. Very interesting. Max saying you should buy that box set. Yeah, but you never see the sun again as a vampire. When you've got hay fever, the sun isn't everything.
Who cares when you're nostril deep every night?
That's... God, you'd be able to do the slogan for vampire recruitment so easily, Nige. We've got Red Romantics. You're right. We've got Red Romantics here. Just watched Night of the Living Dead for the first time this week. Amazing film. Can't believe it took me so long. Yeah, it's a great film.
Really is.
Stuff. Yeah, you like it, Andy?
Yeah, remake's decent as well.
Is it? Who did the remake? Tom Savini did it. Oh wow.
Well, that original film, that's still creepy, and it's got such a pair of balls on it. That film to end the way it ends.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucking amazing.
The fucking end is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
Really is.
It's just you just feel like as if you've had everything ripped out of you when you watch the end. It's just like all that for that. Wow.
That ending gets me every time I look at that, and every time I go, no, even though I know what's coming, I can't help it.
And the credits are creepy as fuck.
Oh God, yeah,
they're creepy. Like,
showing you the aftermath.
Yeah, the stuff in the movie. It's just like fucking hell. What a downer. What a downer.
It's a fantastic film, and really, for an old film, it holds up incredibly well. I know I keep seeing the 4K steelbook of it going on Amazon France for about 10 quid. It's not bad. Because didn't you or Delboy get it, Nige?
Nige has got it.
Yeah, I got it, and then it turned up scratch, so they sent me another one, so I sent it back. But the way Amazon France do it, you've got to have a printer. It's like the old way Amazon used to do it. They don't do it where you just take the post off it, scan there, print it, and off it goes. So I thought, I can't afford this. I'm not sending it bloody tracked. They're saying they haven't received it. They won't give me a refund, so I've basically paid £30 for the fucker. I emailed them about 4 days ago. Am I getting a refund or what? Just blank me. So fuck you, Amazon France. I would not recommend buying off them.
No.
Try and get it on the English one. They're horrible.
Yeah, that's a shame. But I've heard Amazon have tightened it all up now, all across the world with customer service now. It's very odd.
Yeah.
What about you, Bumper? What do you think of Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah, it's an awesome film, yeah. I haven't got the French deal, but I got the Criterion 4K, so that's all right, because it's in a plastic container, so you haven't got to worry about it being dented or scratched. But I've seen the one to France when it is really nice, and I've seen Nige had his problems with his one, so that's gutted as well. But yeah, I love the film. It's awesome. Looks wicked in 4K as well. And that's my sort of jam these days anyway, you know, like the old-fashioned stuff. So yeah, really good. The remake shot for shot didn't near enough, so you got to buy shot for shot remakes earlier. The remakes, that's near enough shot for shot, but it's quite good though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, great stuff! I know Tom Savini, like his work on the Friday the 13th films with the makeup, practical effects are amazing. So, be interested to see what he does being a director.
Well, there's not many films he didn't do the special effects on in the 80s. I got to be fair.
Yeah. The ending is a real kick in the cock.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's one way to put it. We've got Kelly here saying, "Hey guys, loving the stream. Hey Nige."
Oh, hello, Smell. I couldn't answer your call because I was on the stream. I had to turn you off, you mother trucker. She did try and ring me. I'll
Got
ring you
Danny-
afterwards or tomorrow.
We've got Danny here saying, "Hound of the Baskervilles is £9 on Arrow right now. Great deal." Watching Trick R Treats, one of my favourites, says Kelly.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Great stuff.
It's good.
Have you seen it yet, Pete?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No. I do have a. We've got Mac Chat saying, "Who Can Kill a Child" is a really good film on that end. Do you think you're not going to go, what the fuck, and they really do? I can't condone it, but I applaud it in that case. Yeah, there is a film scene in that film where you think it ain't going to happen, and then they do it, and wow. And it is quite graphic what they do. And then
It's an old film as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a few years after The House That Screamed. It's got a
Wow.
I think the bloke in it, he's actually from the Sweeney film, Sweeney 2 he is. I recognised him from that. He's one of the robbers in Sweeney
God.
2, the leading guy is. Thought I recognised him, and I checked up who it was, and yeah, he was in that. But definitely check that out.
Is that a 4K from an American company? I can't think who it is because I really want to get it because The House That Screamed is really good. But yeah, Who Can Kill a Child? I swear, is that a 4K from someone?
I don't know where. I haven't seen a physical release of it. Streaming. I found it
yeah,
on.
no, I could get my hands on it, no doubt, if I was desperate to watch it. But you know,
If there's a physical
You say
release
Blood
of
and
it.
Black Lace is sold out.
on the Arrow website it was, and then I went on Amazon, it was sold out. Zavi was sold out. I had to get it from HMV. I got a copy. So I was supposed to get the other one, the other one with the yellow cover, but
The original art one. Yeah, that's sold
Yeah.
out quick.
Well, yeah, but I pre-ordered it and they buoyed me off for about 4 weeks saying, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming." And then they said, "Oh, no, it's not coming. Here's your money back on a £5." But then I couldn't buy the standard release because it sold out. So they give me a £5, but I would have had 300 points if the release.
Why didn't they give you the £5 and send you the standard one then instead of pissing about?
Well, I did email them and say, "Look, I don't mind missing out on the other one, but I really want the standard release." And they just come back to me and say, "There's nothing we can really do. Good luck." But I found it with HMV, so it was all good in the end. And it was a good film as well. First time I'd ever seen a wicked film, fair dues.
Well,
I've
I've
never
got it
seen
to
it.
watch.
It's
I've
good.
got it to watch, and it looks great. It comes with a slipcover as well. I'm surprised for the box set. Yeah,
I'm not into giallos a lot. I find them boring, but the big ones, the big hitters, I give those a go. Some of them are good, some of them I don't find so good, but that was really good. That one was, fair dues.
What do you mean? It's got a slip cover and the box.
Yeah, it's a slipcover over the box. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just. I was quite
You might
surprised.
still be able to get it on HMV, my Nige. I might be talking out my, they might have had a few.
Oh,
or it might not be sold
I've
out
seen
on
it in
the
store in HMV quite a few times, so you might find it in your local store. Amazon still has it as well, I think.
I went on Amazon straight away when they gave me my money back. I couldn't see it. I'll have a look now. They could have had stock, I could have just been.
Yeah, I know the other week I looked
panicking,
on
so I
there.
couldn't see
I had
it.
a recommendation for it, and they said they already had it in stock. And I think it was a little bit cheaper, like 26, so a couple of quid cheaper.
26. I paid 35 for mine. I'm on about the 4K mine on the Blu-ray.
That was the 4K one. That was, yeah.
Wow.
Don't think it'd be 26 quid, would it? It was 35 or 30. It might have been. I don't know.
Is the House by Cemetery Gates any good? The Fulci one that came out a couple of weeks ago.
So,
House by the Cemetery
Gates.
Is it? Oh, I don't know what it is called. House by
House
Cemetery.
by the Cemetery Gate? House by the Cemetery.
Well, there you go.
It's
Close enough.
Yes, it's a really good film, that.
Black Lace 4K.
Yeah.
It's sold out.
Sold out, yeah. It's gone. You can buy them like 2 used, whatever, and rogue sellers, whatever you want to call them, but sold out, yeah. I knew it had because I panicked the other day when they teamed my money back. I went straight on it to buy and it wasn't there. But like I said, HMV had it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that bit there. What were you saying? What were you saying before then?
Oh, what, the House by the Cemetery? Is that any good?
Yeah, go and watch that Fulci. That's an amazing film. For the little boy in it, Bob. Weirdest kid ever.
I did watch The Beyond the other week. That was good. The spider scene, though.
Yeah, well, that's just the Beyond. Just got no story at all, really, is it? But it's good. Like it's just eye candy, though, isn't it, for the horror fan?
I think that's why I found it really slow, because I just could not follow it.
Yeah, it is. I don't think it's great. Beyond, like but I will watch it. But Space by Saudi is amazing. Though I love it.
The Heretic is better than Believer. I said it. The Believer should be shoved up in Madstock ass. Hated it.
What's the Believer again?
The new one.
The new Exorcist, yeah.
Oh, no way. It can't be worse than 2, surely.
I've heard quite a few people saying it makes the second one look like the first one, this new one. I've heard quite a few people say that. I don't know. You may watch it and you may like it. So I'm intrigued to hear what you say when you finally get round to it. I'll keep with my beloved Exorcist 2. Hey up, me ducks. Hey, Bad Lieutenant. Hope you're doing well, mate. It's been a while. Last film I watched was Fast and Furious X. Meh.
Why would you go and do the silly thing like that?
Fast and Furious X was excellent. A lot of fun. Loved it.
Well, excellent. That wasn't my shit joke. That was his. I'm just pointing it out because everybody just didn't react. Say it was shit.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was funny, so that's all that matters.
Oh, that was excellent.
Wow.
And everybody's like,
oh, no, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Truthfully, I did thought it was excellent for what it is. It doesn't reinvent the real wheel or anything. It's just a good time. Anybody else seen Fast X?
Fast 6?
Fast X.
Done.
That could be a spin-off, Fast X. Jake talks movies and horror. Hey, gents, how are you all? Hope you're well. Hey, Jake, hope you're doing well.
Hello, mate.
Hey, Jake.
Gary says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're well.
Good evening, Gaz.
Hey, Gary.
Matt Chat says, who could kill a child was called Island of Death. Now there's an Island of Death on the Nasties list about a brother and sister up no good, but mildly. Yeah, I think I did hear it is called Island of Death in other countries. Gary says, great movie on film for tonight. 10 to 11, Detain. Fantastic. Tetain's great.
Didn't she sing I Think We're Alone Now?
Tetain's on, is it? On Channel 4? Oh, God, that's interesting.
Hopefully it isn't cut. What a film. That is a great little one. That hasn't even got a physical release over here yet, so
I don't even think I've heard of it.
Kind of came and went.
French movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why then.
Well,
still haven't watched it with subtitles yet.
Because you watched it, didn't you, out of context with no English subtitles.
Look on the end, le cappy poo.
The car scene in just French alone, I don't know what to make of it in English. Jeez. You'll never look at a car. You'll never look at a car the same way again.
Is somebody getting rammed?
Well, it's hard to explain really what's going on in that scene, but
nobody's going to tell me, the boys and girls.
I want you to watch it yourself and see what you think of the car scene.
It is at the start.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's just out there, that's all. It makes sense, yeah.
His face says otherwise.
No, I'm just imagining your reaction watching it. You're going to say, what the fuck?
It starts off really well. When it first starts off, the first 20 minutes, you think, oh my God, if this film carries on at this pace, it'll be insane. But then the second half is completely different to the first half.
Oh yeah, it changes tack the second half. It does.
There's still some weird stuff on show. Like
the ending is very weird as well.
I've had it fucking up to where you were weird lately. I really have.
I don't think you like it. I don't think you like it. It's quite like symbolic and all that. Like, but
it is symbolic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like it's she gets pregnant by a car basically, like, and her whole body.
That's it. I'm not fucking watching it.
Honestly, but there's some.
That's fucking stupid. Jesus Christ!
it's not quite like I said it, but it is. It is. But her whole body's secreted oil at the end, like where she's like
Yeah.
giving birth to this
Car.
car.
She gets pregnant by a fucking car.
But like I said, it's not. It's all metaphoric, like you know.
Oh yeah, it all works in context of the film, Nige. I'm sure you'll adore it. No.
But it's got this guy
That I
in there
will.
like, who's a steroid user, and he's always jabbing these needles in his ass all the time. I just find it hysterical. Like I just don't know why.
Just what you want to see on a Friday night.
It's so random. Like that's what I mean. It's just so
Yeah,
random.
maybe you could do a double bill with that and then.
Or maybe you can fuck off. I think by the sounds of it, I'd rather watch the house that Jack built again, and that was bad enough.
We got Andy saying, "Even Lance, what's your top 5 directors and their best films?" Ooh.
Ooh.
5 directors. That's a good question.
Mm.
Don't know. Andy, do you want to go first?
Oh God, you're talking Kubrick, Scorsese, Spielberg, Cameron. Oh God, I might throw Ben Affleck in that, as well. I think he's
really good.
Being very consistent, but their best films are obvious. I mean, come on, they're regarded as the best for a reason.
Yeah. What about you, Bumper?
I am a big director man. Like, I don't go for actors. If someone says so-and-so's got a movie in the cinema, I won't rush to it. But if it's a director, I will. So, Guillermo del Toro, 100%. The Devil's Backbone's like probably my favorite film ever. And Pan's Labyrinth and Kronos, Shape of Water, Hellboy films, Blade 2. It just goes on, doesn't it? Mimic. Pacific Rim. It just don't stop with Del Toro.
You want to get the doctors with that?
Yeah, I know after eating a curry, I know, but I like Carpenter as well. Obviously, then the Fog thing. They Live. Again, you could probably take your pick out of 10 of his films for the top 5. James Wan, Saw, Conjuring. I loved all those films. The universe he's created with that.
Yeah,
got 2 more really directors. Denis Villeneuve's pretty decent, like Blade Runner and Arrival's really good, and Prisoners, awesome film. I love Prisoners. So he's another good director I look out for these days. Alex Ajar, the French director, Alex Ajar, amazing director. So High Tension and Crawl and Piranha remake, The Hills Have Eyes remake, Mirrors, Oxygen he done, 9 Lives of Louis Drax. Yeah, so Alex Ajar, he's a good director as well. So I think that was 5.
Some great directors there, Bumper. What about you, Nige?
Right. Spielberg, Jaws, Scorsese, Goodfellas, George A. Romero, Creepshow, Wes Craven, Scream, and John Carpenter, Halloween.
Great selection there. For me, I say John Carpenter with The Fog, Spielberg, Jaws. I'd say Argento with either Suspiria or Tenebrae. Clint Eastwood with Unforgiven.
Dirty Harry. Oh, he didn't direct the fucker.
No, he didn't. No.
Play Misty for me.
Yeah.
Play Misty. Oh, I love that film.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
He's a good director, Clint Eastwood, though. I wouldn't say he's underrated because obviously he's won Oscars for his movies, but like a lot of like movie fans, like on the seed in the community, don't really like spend a lot of time talking about him, do they? Really,
Yeah. And another one I can think of, Paul Verhoeven. Starship Troopers, RoboCop, a lot of great films. Want to watch Showgirls?
I could say Showgirls.
You picked up that.
I enjoyed it. I must admit, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I got the. Showgirls. It's just trash, isn't it? There's a certain audience for it. Like in the 90s, it was quite popular.
I don't think I've seen a film of his yet that I haven't liked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Didn't
fact you can only pick 5 directors, because he would be up there for me. And my
Yeah.
favourite would have been Basic Instinct, because I absolutely love that film.
Every film of his I've seen, I've really enjoyed. I think they're fantastic. Didn't he do a recent one that's on movie called Bernadetta or something?
Yeah.
I think he might have done. Yeah,
Yeah.
about nuns, naughty nuns, is that? I think.
Yeah. There's one
He did
there's one
that
he did
that I
called-
watched tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I enjoyed Hollow Man.
Really, really
First
enjoyed
one,
that.
man.
There's one he did called L a couple of years ago. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that E-double-L-E, like a lass's name?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was him.
Did Starship Troopers as well. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Still need to watch that. That's there to watch as well.
yeah. Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Yeah. I've got that. I haven't watched. I bought that months ago, but I've seen. I do not like it because I've seen it years ago. I really
The
enjoyed it.
4K of that looks amazing. Total Recall.
Does it?
Films in it look
Yeah.
fantastic.
He
Yeah,
did a
one
couple
of
of
the best 4Ks.
Did a couple of
I
films.
wish I'd
with
have got that
Rockgod.
nice 4K box set of RoboCop now, but at the time I'd just got the Blu-ray for about 14 quid in HMV. Then they released that. I was like, I'm not buying it twice. And when I've heard people say like what a massive upgrade it is, I'm thinking, bastard. Wish I got it now.
So, what were you saying, Andy?
Oh, he did it. He did a couple of early films with Rutger Hauer.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
There's one called Soldier of Orange. It's a really good film. Second World War movie, and Turkish Delight, which is like a bit of an erotic thriller. with
Very
Rutger Hauer
nice.
as well. Yeah.
Very nice. Does he not do like Hollywood films, anything to do with America anymore? Does he just keep to like European films now? Because you don't
I think
hear
so,
his name
yeah,
so
just-
much anymore.
Just looking at his body of work now, yeah. I don't know, but
That's a shame. It's a shame he doesn't come back to Hollywood. But would they have his films anymore? They probably wouldn't see them as quite as marketable as something like a big brand, like most sequels are.
I think he's just one of them directors who peaked in the late 80s and early 90s. I think that
Oh
was
yeah,
when
it
he
was
got
hit
the first
after hit after hit, wasn't
one.
it?
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
If he's doing erotic films, it'll be tit after tit after tit.
It is nice that Vinegar Syndrome set of Showgirls of.
Have you got it?
I
Yeah,
bought
you
that
got
and I
it.
bought the Roadhouse one.
Yeah, I remember you showed us it.
Oh,
Was
two
it
of them.
last
They
time?
look
You got that
amazing
and
together.
Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking bell end! I want them too.
Honestly, the spines when they're next to each other, oh, chef's kiss. They look amazing.
Oh, go and fuck yourself.
Are you going to get any more Vinegar Syndrome limited editions then, Andy?
I got Freeway, but it didn't come in a nice box. I thought it was going to come in a nice box, but I got that film on 4K because I actually really do like that film.
I do. It's got a slipcover as yours.
Yeah. The back of the slipcover is freaky as fuck.
I know. I've seen it on
Fucking-
eBay.
I have to turn it away because it's like, oh, that puts me off. Just looking at it, oh, it's creepy. Oh, I don't like it.
Wow.
They've also released Freeway 2, which I didn't even know existed till they
No, I
released
haven't.
it. They've got it with the slip as well, and it matches that one, but it's yellow instead of red.
Yeah. I've reversed the artwork on the Amaray, like, as well. Cause
Is it the original artwork?
there or thereabouts, yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
Hmm.
I think it's only ever had a release over here on DVD, and it wasn't until somebody told me about it. I'd never even heard of it.
I had heard of it before Vinegar Syndrome released it, but it's the VSUs that come in the box, like Showgirls and
Yeah.
Thing. So Davil is the newest one coming out of that now. They've just announced. A lot of the American streamers hadn't heard of Davil, but God, I used to see Davil advertised on the TV all the time. Younger, that sci-fi film. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, they're banging there, aren't they?
Yeah.
But you
Two
can get
of
a
them
couple
together.
more in that range as well. Unfortunately, Beastmaster's
Oh.
sold out, but you can get.
Did you get them
good
straight
ones.
off Vinegar Syndrome?
Yeah, you can get them straight off Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, there's sales coming up now in a minute. Black Friday, end of November, they'll be half price. I'm not sure
I
if
think
Rolex is sold
I think
out,
on the
but-
website, I think the first one, the Patrick Swayze one, Roadhouse, I think that's sold out.
Yeah, that's sold out, Roadhouse has, but you could get Showgirls. But yeah, Roadhouse has sold out, unfortunately. You'd have
That's,
to find that on eBay
Freeway.
somewhere. But you get all these half price, Freeway and Freeway 2.
Oh.
Still with
Look at the back. Look
Back
at
of that
that.
is-
Oh,
Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it?
oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's that bit where she fucks him up so much because he's a fucking perv in the film.
He's horrible.
he's horrible in it, and she just fucks his face up, but she ends up going to jail.
Kiefer Sutherland and Reese Witherspoon.
Keith Sutherland, yeah.
Really? Oh.
Let's have a look at that artwork.
That's the original. That's what I flipped it to on the other side.
Yeah. It's basically an adult retelling of
Little Red
Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
But you wouldn't think so. It's like a normal everyday film. It's just like when things happen, you think, oh yeah, it's very subtle towards it, but.
And the bit where you see
great film.
The grandma at the end, that fucking creeps me out.
I can't remember that bit because I've only seen it once, but I really did like it.
What he's done to the grandma, and she's just sat there, and it's fucking terrifying.
Oh, that rings a bell now you've said that. Like,
it's really good. It's really underrated.
Yeah, it is.
But it is a cracking little film.
Great, I'll have to check out. Kiefer Sutherland's a great actor. Really underrated.
He's amazing in that. He's a right bastard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Brooke Shields is his wife in it as well.
Really?
Shit, is she?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty good cast in it, Anne.
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh. We got Matt Chance saying, came across an old chestnut on YouTube, a little Brit comedy called Party Party from '83. Great list of familiar faces in it. Really funny, well worth a look, and a cracking soundtrack.
You sent me that, didn't you?
Yeah,
I watched it yet, but I know Andy sent me that.
I sent Nige copy of it. I fucking love that film. Really, really enjoyed it. It's kind of just like a sort of early precursor to like the American Pie movies. It's just like a group of people who want to hook up and bang each other, and it's like a New Year's Eve party. But it's like
it's in England, isn't it? Though
it's in England, yeah. It's just like it's got like a load of British actors in it. Like I think Nick Berry's in it at one point.
Nick Berry.
Wow,
that's different to Heartbeat.
The guy who plays Frank from Hellraiser, he's in it. He's like a copper in it.
Oh,
and the guy, if you remember the old Flash adverts, Flash does the hard work, so you don't have to. The fella who was in those adverts, he's in it. It's it's quite funny. It is like a little 80s gem. 1983. Yeah, it's a cracking film.
I know in 1983 it was like pretty hard to get from the video shop because it was always out.
Yeah. What's her name's in it from Jonathan Creek? Caroline Quinton. She's
Caroline Quentin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, she must have been super young in that.
Yeah, it's just a 80s New Year's Eve house party on all these people. Thingy's in it. Oh, what's his name from EastEnders? Billy Mitchell. He's in it as well. Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah.
Who's Billy Mitchell?
I don't know the actor's name.
He's got a weird name. He's called Perry Fenwinkle or something.
Yeah, but it's like his parents are out for the evening, so he has this big party, and like he doesn't want his parents to come back while this big party's going on.
Does he still look about 70? He's always looks 70, even when he's 30.
You must be young in that, bloody hell.
Wow.
No, Party's great.
You've sold me with Billy Mitchell.
Even better if it's on
Winkle.
Perry Fenwinkle. Yeah, that's his name. I'm sure it is. Backchat says, I watched Antichrist in the cinema. It disturbed me. There are 2 points of the film. I've never seen such a packed cinema of men and women crossing their legs collectively. The Defoe log moment. I can't.
Oh. My arsehole's gone like that because you could take that 2 ways. That's what she said. Oh, the thoughts that are going in my head now. That's
sounds delightful,
doesn't it? It sounds like one you like to watch whilst eating your Sunday luncheon.
Yeah, one
get the family round. Get the family round.
Get the kids round to watch it before they go to bed.
You seen it, Andy? Antichrist?
I haven't. I've been meaning to, but no, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I never really heard much about it, but then I heard Defoe was in it, so I'm intrigued to watch it. But I don't know now if it's going to be. I don't
I'll
know.
say it again, like I said about Exorcist, and you fucking ignored me. We should do a watch along.
Well, Antichrist watch along.
I'll
Yeah.
be up for that.
Instead, well, what about
You just
one
get it
week?
ready, and you pause it on 2 seconds, and you go 3, 2, 1, play, and you got your telly on, watch it, and we've all got this on, so we can all see how each other
Well,
interact.
what about next week? We do an Antichrist watch along on Wednesday night. How about that? Instead of doing a normal
Yes.
stream, we do a watch along.
That's a damn fine idea.
All right.
You be up for that, Andy?
Yeah, if I can get a copy of the film in time.
A watch along special. Well, you've got a week. I'm sure a man of your sources can whip it out.
Yeah, I think I can manage to.
Yeah,
find
I think I can find a few places to whip one out. Oh.
Yes, I've heard.
Get it on DVD if
I'll-
worse comes to the worst. Only be £2.
I'll have to find one and all.
Yeah.
Anti-Christie.
Tony
I
Christie.
don't want to invite you, Andy Christie. Right?
Yeah.
What's this? But,
Got Antichrist confused with Agatha Christie.
Is this the word to use, me dildo?
Okay, so that's it. Next Wednesday night is going to be an Antichrist watch along. It's going to be fun. Never done.
So if
a watch
anybody wants to
along.
join in, get it whipped out and get it paused on 2 seconds ready.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Bad Lieutenant says the classic from 1970. Are any of you going to watch Killers of the Flower Moon at the cinema, or are you going to wait for a home release as it's 3.5 hours long? Andy, you said you went to go and see it. What did you think?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a cracking film. Yeah.
Better than Irishman?
The end of it is a bit weird. I must admit. Just from a director's choice. What he
Fucking
does.
weird again. Once everybody would fuck off with their weirds.
It's not like weird like with the narrative of it. Like it does flow like a proper film. But it's just like that's a weird choice what you've done there.
Not what you expected type of thing. It's
Yeah.
not like having some fucking buttercup floats down and takes him to Mars or something fucking stupid like that.
No.
And then once he's been to Mars, he drops him into the bowels of hell to end it.
No. I just think it's great. There's like a scene in it. I'm not gonna. This isn't a spoiler or anything, but there's a scene in it where like someone gets murdered, and they're recovering the body, and just the way you walk through the crowd of people that are gathered around, it just looked amazing. Yeah.
Ooh. Sounds
He
good.
is a bit good, like, isn't he, Mr. Scorsese? I've got to admit.
Yeah. I hope it gets a 4K because it looks amazing.
Is it better than The Irishman?
I still preferred The Irishman, but it was still good. There were people. It's not a spoiler to the plot or anything, but even like small roles in the movie, I was like, wow, they got some big names. Like Brendan Fraser and John Lithgow were in it.
Wow!
Wow! Okay, yeah. I'm intrigued now. So it's a bit like Oppenheimer, and when some of the cameos were pretty big names.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they weren't even like cameo. They were just like small roles. They were like small roles, but they were just like because I was like, is that John Lithgow? And I was like, God, yeah, it is.
I love John Lithgow. I think he's mint.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah. You totally sold me there. Bumper, have you seen it or plan to?
I haven't seen it, no, mate. I'm probably checking it on home release though, rather than the cinema. But a bit like you guys, I'm a bit piqued with John Lithgow because he's a good actor. I used to love him in Dexter in season 4. Dexter as a Trinity killer. And Raising Cain, we all used to watch that when we were younger, didn't we? On Sky Movies, Raising Cain. Didn't have a clue what was going on when you were 10, but you still watch it because it was on. I don't mind a bit of John Lithgow and Harry and the Hendersons. Always used to watch that when I was in it. So I might check it out. Like,
Exercise, Irene. I always remember that bit.
I remember when they got him on the roof of the car, like, and he just sort of comes down on the windscreen. I haven't seen it in donkey's years, but I might check it out. 3.5 hours is not exactly thrilling me, though. I probably have to watch it on an afternoon session, like not in the night time. But
yeah,
it's a serial killer film, is it? Or is it about a serial killer? I don't even know the synopsis on it.
It's like people are start like dying in this little town that they're in. And it's like who's doing it and why they're doing it. Yeah.
I might check it out. Like you say, Scorsese's the man, and he's so probably be good. It's just finding the time.
Yeah.
I don't think Scorsese's been like as good as like Goodfellas and Casino. Like they're like his go-to when you think of him, but it's still a really good film. He doesn't make crap at all, really, does he, Scorsese?
No.
You can't really say he's made a bad film in a long time, or
Good stuff. And Nigel, intrigued to watch it?
Oh, yeah, I'd definitely watch it, but I'm not going to sit on my ass 3.5 hours in a cinema. It wouldn't be so bad if it was on like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then there was like a break for you to go and like drain your vein and stuff. But it's a long time to sit in a cinema to watch a film, 3.5 hours.
It is. I must admit, with Oppenheimer, the 3 hours was a worry, but it flew by. And I've heard a lot of people say this 3.5 hours does kind of fly by as well. Did it feel like it, Andy?
It doesn't fly like Wolf of Wall Street, because that feels like 90 minutes, that film.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't fly like that. I was checking the clock a couple of times, but not because I was bored. I was just wondering like how far I was into the film and that. But yeah, I just thought it was really good.
Great stuff. Definitely would like to watch it. May go and see it at the cinema, but if I go say it's definitely got to be like an earlier show, because it'll be well over 4 hours with adverts as well.
Yeah, my showing was like at 20 to 3. I came out at 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Get your money's worth, I guess.
Yeah.
I think when we went to see Taylor Swift, it was about 4 o'clock, and we didn't come out till about nearly 9, because that was over 3 hours. It was the music thing was about nearly 3 hours, and then you got adverts as well. I was like, wow, bugged me 3.5 hours.
Damn.
Mac Chat says, oh no, Who Could Kill a Child is a different film to that Mastro Rakus one. Bad Lieutenant was once a werewolf, but he's already no.
Oh dear. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, Bad Lieutenant saying Who Can Kill a Child is a more psychotic Village of the Damned, and I would agree. Yeah. We've got the 4K lowdown here saying, what's up, guys? I have to get back to work. Just saying cheers, Pete, Andy, Rockgod, Young Man, and Bumper. Don't forget to slap the like button. And thanks ever so much, mate. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much.
Menhaji says, has anyone got anything on pre-order? I do not, and I'm happy. I'm so glad I don't. I've gone broke after the Hellraiser set, Psycho set, Spider-Man 2. The past 2 months has been crazy. Haven't got anything on pre-order, but obviously there's like 1 or 2 things like to get come out in the next couple of months, but they ain't going to sell out, so I'll just pick them up as and when. What about you, Andy? Got anything on pre-order?
I think the only thing I've got on pre-order is Oppenheimer, the 4K. I was going to get the Steelbook, but it sold out by the time I'd got onto the HMV website. But I actually looked at the standard Amaray artwork, and I was like, that's much better. So I'll just stick with that.
I was going to say, if anything I want to pre-order, it would be Oppenheimer, and it would be the 4K, because I imagine it'll look outstanding in 4K.
Yeah, I couldn't get that movie on anything less than 4K, to be honest, because it's probably my favourite Christopher Nolan film and my favourite film of the year so far. I
agree. I was really blown away by it, and I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah.
Better than I'm in the mood for dancing. That's his all-time classic.
What about you?
That's not like a fucking chicken. Oh, what was it?
What?
I'm expecting a chicken's head to pop in one of the screens. I'm going.
All that Mr. Porky's chicken lips talk,
Oh, God.
Right. What about you, Bumper? Anything on pre-order?
I don't think so at the moment, because a bit like you, anything I want's not going to sell out. So I got my eyes on a few things in November and December, but not the only thing I would pre-order if I wanted it to make sure I got it. Oh, I've got the Second Sight stuff coming up. The Ginger Snaps trilogy and the High Tension. I got those 3 coming because I don't want to mess about with the Second Sight releases. But I was going to order Charles Play from Arrow, but I'm not sure I'm going to definitely get it for £100. So I've already got the films. I'm going to like a collection anyway, and I think Blu-ray's good enough. The first one's not in 4K either, so I'm not sure now, and to be honest. So yeah, just those Second Sight releases then. But there's a good one coming out soon. The BBC Ghost Stories one for Christmas. They done one last year or the year before. So this is part 2, so I'd definitely get my hands on that. Like,
great stuff. And what about you, Nige? What you got on pre-order?
Well, I've tried to take payment for one today and it wasn't there, so I transferred the money over and they haven't took it yet, so I'm getting fucking worried. It's the steelbook of the 4K for Megan. But I've also got the Violent Night steelbooks due in a couple of weeks. I'm sure there's another one. I think Witness might be due as well from Arrow.
Oh, in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
but I'm sure there's another one due out as well. Another. I think it's Jewel Steven. Is it Jewel Steven Spielberg?
That's
December.
4K.
Is that December? There's another one I've got due as well, but because I've got so much coming out, I've had to fucking cancel Ginger Snaps. I can't afford it. Good.
What's your thought with pre-orders, right? Do you rather it if they take the money as soon as you pre-order it or later on when the film comes out randomly?
When I was working, I would have said take the money out straight away so you know you paid for it, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Now I don't work and I don't always have the money. I have to do it that way, otherwise I'll miss out. So I'll look at the date and I make sure when my money goes in, I'll leave the money in for that particular title. But I didn't. I got paid last week, mate. I've had to save most of my money for these pre-orders, and I haven't sent them over because bloody direct debits are coming out before we got paid the other money as well. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, I always get stung by it. See, like I pre-order something and then they don't take the money out for 2 months, and they randomly take it out. Like you say, it's not in there. It gets rejected, and then you're messing about. And all that paper, like pain, but. Yeah,
the good thing with HMV is though you can take your pick. If you want it to come out when it gets like when you pre-order without it paid straight away, just pay with your card. If you want it to come straight out, pay with PayPal and it comes straight out there and then.
Oh, that's a good tip then. Fair enough. I remember that one.
Yeah. I know with like eBay, I used to pre-order a lot through there, and they take the money straight away. It's all right.
Yeah, they do.
It's out the way, you know it's paid, so you ain't got to worry about it later. So that's probably the best way to be. It depends. It depends on the situation at time.
It's like if you're organised, but it just comes as a shock sometimes. Like,
yeah.
I've got the Warriors coming in December as well.
That's what I meant to say then when you were saying, I keep forgetting about that one. That's going to be an amazing release. That is, that American release of the Warriors.
That's a shame it's not coming over here. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the film, but I wouldn't mind getting that set. That's nice.
Oh, I love the film. I do. Awesome film, I think. But yeah,
you can order it.
You know,
well,
you have to be on the portal.
Go on the Amazon.com, the American site, and order it. You'll be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah. Definitely. And the Toxic Avenger set as well. I haven't pre-ordered.
I love that. Have you got it pre-ordered?
Well, I haven't got it pre-ordered because it's on Amazon. And, you know, I don't think it'll sell out. I haven't pre-ordered it. I just buy it, you know, when I'm the cash. But they had it on Film Treasures, and it was only 80 quid on Film Treasures. It's 100 on Amazon.
What?
They only had one copy. And it went straight away. So.
Oh.
Vinegar Syndrome done all the remastering on it because they're in cahoots with Trauma. Because they've done loads of Trauma films, so they look amazing, the 4Ks.
Yeah, that Poultrygeist, you've got to see that. God, it's funny.
Yeah, I've seen Poultrygeist years ago.
Piss master. We did that as a watch-along. I just laughed all the way through it.
Oh, I love my Trauma stuff these days as well.
What did you think of Terra Firma?
What is it, sorry?
I actually quite enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, but it was just so messed up.
I've seen that one. That's very out there, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was not expecting this when I watched it.
When it finished, everybody was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I said, "You know what? I've got to admit, I actually quite enjoyed that." Poultrygeist was better though. God, it is so funny, but I've been a fan of Castle Nukem High since it came out. That was my first one that I ever saw.
Yeah, Castle Nukem High, awesome. Dan Toxie,
I love that film.
Yeah,
and Toxie as well. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one. So the Americans here with Alan the Warriors, 2 good releases there. Fair play.
Yeah. Got Red Room saying the second one I was going to send you was Antichrist, Nige.
Get it to
Now
him
we're
on
going to watch it.
Wednesday.
Minhaji says, I've cancelled the Loki and WandaVision on Steelbook. I don't like Steelbook. I'm good, thanks. I will wait until they release them in standard Amaray case. MCU, yeah. You might as well just not bother, mate. They're too expensive. Minhaji says, are we getting second sight release of the Hitcher next year, January? Is it, Pete? I wonder how much they're going to cost. Surely it's not going to be cheap. No way. But do you think it will also sell out? I think it'll sell out pretty much straight away when it's announced, the Hitcher will. But I think
I'm sure it's March.
February, March time. That's what I've heard. Yeah, because I had an email sent by him saying that it's going to be the first couple of months of the year. So it's very soon. But keep an eye out for it, Minhaljo. Bad Lieutenant says, saw threads at a local CX, but not sure whether to buy it or not, Nige.
I wouldn't watch it. Scared that people at school used to talk about it at the time, and it scared the fucking shit out of me. It's supposed to be still horrific to this day. I don't like thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even more so now there's a fucking nut job over there thinking he's fucking God. So nah, I avoid stuff that's out to do with nuclear shit. I don't like it. It terrifies me.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I won't watch Oppenheimer, for the same reason.
That's understandable. That's understandable.
The atom splitting motherfucker. It's all his fault.
That feels like a horror film at times. There's a part in that Oppenheimer that feels something out of a horror film. Very creepy. The moment it comes out, I hope not as we want that yet. Jake says Blood and Black Lace is still available on HMV on 4K. That's good. And if you want to order it from HMV online, create another email address and recommend that email address to get like HMV email, like recommend a friend, and you get a 20% off voucher that you can use on your normal HMV account. So instead of being 30 quid, you get 6 quid off it. So it'll be about 24, 23 quid.
Bargain at that price.
Gary saying, I'm hoping I will do Black Sunday on 4K as that's the next Mario Bava film. Great stuff. Matt Chat's just finished Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yeah, fuck that film. Fuck it in the air. Pox, bottles even ruined the moody blues for me. Zombie, no one cares about your bird now. Touch on the fuck.
Pox bottles?
Pox bottles.
Moody blues.
Yeah, it's got night and white setting quite a bit as well.
Well, it's got that song played through the film a lot, has it?
Yeah, it's on the soundtrack as well, actually.
Oh, no.
It's not the song that's the problem, it's the imagery on the screen that goes with the song. The song's great, like, well,
my youngest daughter loves that song. She absolutely loves it.
It's a good song, but why in such a film?
Well, all the White Horse stuff and all. You know, I don't completely hate the movie, but
I used to love it, but then the more I watch it, it just bores the fuck out of me because it's like she's in it that much on that white horse, and it's just like for no apparent reason. Yeah. And then the last time I watched it was well over a year ago, maybe nearly 2 years. Whenever I went through the whole box set again, I felt like really fucking down. It put me in a really down place.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like the way that Laurie went all fucked up. I've never noticed it before, but I've not watched it since.
No, she's a full-on trauma victim in that. And Danielle Harris's character, like Brackett's daughter, Jesus Christ, that's horrendous watching her get it. You know, if you let things get to you, like Jesus Christ, it's an horrendous scene. But
you think as well, what they went through in the first, and they've got it to go through again in the second one. You're like, Jesus, fuck it, I'll give them a break.
Give them a break, like, innit? But,
so bad.
The problem is as well, like the director's cut, because Rob Zombie was going to make a third, and then it never happened. They had to rush film an ending for the director's cut. So when he speaks at the end, and they have the big shootout, you know, it's all rushed. That wasn't originally the plan. The original ending is the one when I don't know, he drives through the shed and impales him on the horns on the theatrical cut because it was going to continue on. She comes out in the mask and she was going to be the killer in the next one, like, but then he just never went there. Then, like, that's a better ending as the theatrical ending than the director's cut ending. You only get the director's cut over here, like, and that's why you feel it's depressing, like, because the director's cut has got an extra like 15 minutes of Scout Taylor Thomas, whatever her name is, losing her mind. Like in the theatrical cut, it's not so heavy. But in the director's cut, it's just full on. It's about an extra 30 minutes of it. Like the theatrical cut's a different film. If you get a chance to see it, I've only ever seen it once, but it's better.
I'm assuming it's in the box set, is it, with the rest of them?
I think you can only get it on via Vision Australian release, but I could be wrong. You'd have to have a little look on the back. But the director's cut is the one that's touted about most places.
Interesting.
I think that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, but it's still got all the white horse stuff in, whatever mind. So you ain't going to get rid of that. But I say it's not quite as depressing. A lot of that's taken out of there. And the ending's better. Like I said, she comes out of the shed at the end with the mask on. And it's pretty, like, I know you don't like symbolic stuff, but it gives you goosebumps, like, really, when you see it. But
nice.
The thing is, if they cut all that white horse shit out, it would flow so much better.
Yeah, exactly. It's just Rob Zombie trying, is
to be a cunt.
Music. Is the music
Andy succeeds.
Yeah, I know. Just to show on his wife in there, I suppose. But
yeah, his wife's in pretty much every film, isn't she?
I think she is
every
in every
film.
One, isn't she? But she's all right.
Yeah,
she's all right in Devil's Rejects and House on a Thousand Corpses.
Sherry Moon, is she called Sherry Moon Zombie?
Yeah, she's great in the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But she's just oversaturated in his films now, like in a
Sherry Trifle was in The Monsters as well. She was
Sherry Trifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they said to the Monsters, I was like, I wonder who's going to play Mrs. Fucking Monster. I just wonder who.
So his best directors are Fincher, Tarantino, Villeneuve, Carpenter, and Scorsese.
And Villeneuve. That sounds like a fucking flavour of ice cream.
Yeah,
Karen Carpenter, she's good.
Yeah, she was good. Nige, watch Paul Verhoeven's Benedetta.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, that's the one on the movie, that, isn't it? I think it's even got a 4K release, it has.
It's got a German 4K, Benedetta. I can picture the cover. It's got Charlotte Rampling in, I think. It's new. It's not an old film. It's a new film, isn't it? It's like
I think it came out 2020, 2021.
Yeah, about that, Catholic erotic. I think it's Catholic and erotic. So if you like nuns doing the dirty.
Yeah,
so dirty nuns.
Nostrils deep, as Nige would say.
Yeah, nostrils deep, that's it.
You won't be dry for long, love. Get them off. Let me waft those cobwebs and talcum powder off with me tongue.
But it's Paul Verhoeven, so you can imagine how,
Yes.
I can
get it right in the stench trench.
Pretty open and pretty deep. Oops. So he says my 5 directors and films are Fincher and Zodiac, very good one. Tarantino, Kill Bill Volume 2, Villeneuve and Blade Runner, Carpenter and Assault on Precinct 13, and Scorsese with Goodfellas. Yeah.
Fincher and Zodiac, yeah. Andy did 7 as well, didn't he? I forget about him.
Yes,
yeah,
7's good. He's got a new film coming up soon, hasn't he? Called The Killer, I think. It's coming out next month in cinemas. Starring what's his name now?
Oh, he's good, him.
Michael Fassbender.
Oh, what's his name? I've got all this stuff.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender. That's him.
That's him who gets his cock out in 9 songs. I'm being deadly serious. There's a film called... Is it him?
He's done the
Michael Fassbender.
He done the film about the guy who's addicted to masturbating, didn't he? So he always gets it. He don't mind getting his schlong out in the movies.
There's a film called 9 Songs. It only got a DVD release over here, and I got it, and it's got fucking hell. It's got like real sex. He's banging fuck over all the way through. Really?
Wow. Didn't know that.
He's in,
He meets this woman and he spends like 9 days with her, I think. And all they do basically is like go to concerts and fuck.
Sounds fun.
Tiny darts.
he's in Ian Lake as well, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the bloke in Eden.
Oh,
Lake.
it's not him then in 9 songs.
Oh well.
I was
There you go.
going to think it doesn't sound like him going to be in it. But
Either way, watch 9 songs. It is a famous actor, isn't it?
what's it called again? I'll have a little goggle. of
9 as in the number 9, not NINE. 9 songs as in like songs.
it. 9 songs. Ooh. That's a Michael Winterbottom film. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Who's the main actor?
Let's have a look. It says Kieran O'Brien.
I don't recognise the actor. I had a look on my phone then as well. But
I didn't think it was him.
Yeah, that's who's the lead actor. He's been.
I wonder if I hear Fassbender, and I'm thinking it's the direct. What's the director called?
Michael Winterbottom.
Maybe I'm thinking Winterbottom and Fassbender because you know how much they sound alike.
Bender and Bottom go together, I suppose.
Michael Bellender.
Oh, I was going to say Michael Benderbottom.
Michael Brass Tender.
All day long, watch along would be a laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yes, get your Antichrist ready for next week.
yeah. If the watch along goes well next week, it could be a new thing. Every other week a watch along, every other week a normal stream. I think that'd be fun. MacChat says useless trivia for fans, but for Fulci, the Beyond, one of the shots of the spider scene is edited in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Is it?
Is it now? Ooh, I'm intrigued. I'll have to have a look at that. I've subscribed to your channel, Bumper, says Minhaju. Great stuff. David says, good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Any movies you're looking forward to seeing? Any movies you're looking forward to buying? Andy, any films you're looking forward to watching or getting on physical?
I finally managed to get hold of, although it's not arrived yet, Hellfest.
Have you got 4K?
I've had an absolute fucking pain in the arse of a time trying to get a copy of it.
4K did you get?
Yeah, bought it, right? 40 quid, right? Didn't hear anything in the post for weeks. So I emailed the seller saying, where is it? They emailed back saying, oh, sorry, it should have got to you by now. Do you want me to request another one? Said, yeah. Can you send it out? Said, yeah, will do. About 3 days later, eBay have given me a refund. Said, here's your money back. Can't do it. So I was like, okay, fuck. So I had a look this morning. Just by chance, I was like, I'll have a look on eBay, see how much it's going for. There was one going with a slip, 4K, 26 quid. I thought I'm having it. Bang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
26 quid with the slip, and it's the American one.
Yeah.
You were lucky to get that.
That was a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow, guard that with your life. It's like rocking horse shit, that slip.
Just by chance, just looking out on eBay, I went,
wow,
4K. It was like 4K Blu-ray with a slip, 26 quid. I'm having it. Bang.
Oh, I'm so glad you've got one. I think you're going to love it, mate, honestly. What a film, and the colours in it.
Yeah.
It's outstanding on 4K.
So it should be here by the 28th, I'm hoping. So I'm looking forward to watching that.
I hope me and Keith pulling it up hasn't made
yeah, because I know Keith's a big
fucking
fan of
revenge
it,
anyway if you don't like it.
Well, I mean, I'm not. My expectations are low in terms of the quality of the film, but I'm expecting the 4K to look fucking amazing. That's where me head's at with it.
If you like slasher films, there's no way you can't like it for me. It's just, oh God, it's just got something about it. That would be an amazing film to watch on Halloween.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I know
In
Keith's
fact,
talked about it a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Keith regards that as like the 4K, like the ultimate one of the best looking 4Ks ever. So
I think I agree with him. You know, it looks really, really nice. Thankfully, I had actually seen the film, and I was like, "Oh, I'd like to get hold of that." And then when I think the person I seen it with got it on 4K was John. I was like, "Whoa, didn't you get that on 4K?" So I was on the hunt.
Have to check that one out. But
yeah,
great stuff.
24 quid, 26 quid postage.
That's very
So
good.
I was like, I'm having that.
Humble at that.
So you've got it for less as well, and at least it's guaranteed slip.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. What about you, Bumper?
It's always stuff in it. We spoke about some films earlier, like the things that are coming out. I'm looking forward to those second sight releases, and that Ghost Stories is coming out. I tell you what, there's a couple of Blu-rays I'm excited for. They're only $12.99 titles, but films I haven't seen, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 is coming out on a Blu-ray, a UK Blu-ray next week or the week after. So
is it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Who's releasing that?
I don't know, maybe Signal One or something like that, or something. It's not Signal One. It's a company I've
It's
never
so
heard of.
bad.
No, I know, but I just want to see it because of the cast and everything. Like, you know what I mean?
I got the Scream Factory one, but my God, I've seen it before. I got it on DVD, but God, it is so shit.
I've been meaning to buy it for ages. It's the only Texas Chainsaw Massacre film I haven't got, but like I've always wanted a Blu-ray. I put it off here and there, but like I said, it's only $12.99 now. So
the good thing is on the Scream Factory one, you get 2 discs, and on the second disc, it's the original cut of it called "The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre." That was the original title.
Oh, right, okay.
And it makes a lot more sense. There's more in the beginning, and I'm sure it ends differently if I remember rightly. And it's by far the best cut of the 2. So I'm hoping that the one you're getting's got that included, because it's definitely worth watching.
I'll have a look when we're off the stream now, because I didn't even realise about the 2 cuts. But and Death Race 2000 is coming out as well. I haven't seen that.
I've heard about that.
I've had a shipping notice for that about 4 or 5 days ago, and the bastard hasn't turned up yet.
I think it's sold out again. I know I sound like a broken record, but
I think it is. I pre-ordered it.
Oh yeah, I
pre-ordered it with the one you talked about earlier, the vampire one.
7 Golden Vampires.
That's turned up.
Yeah.
But I got a shipping thing for Death Race 2000 4 or 5 days ago, and I thought, I'll be here in a few days. Is it fuck? If it's not here by like tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to get in touch with them, because then it'll be in a week or more.
Fair enough. I don't think it's officially out till Monday, but you should get it a bit earlier, shouldn't you, really? It might be the Monday after. But so that's a film I've never seen. So I bought that Vampires Lost Murdos as well the other day. That's another straight Blu-ray I haven't watched, the sequel to the John Carpenter one. So look forward to watching that one. It'll be very good, I think. Then coming out in the cinema, I don't think that I really want to see. I've been disappointed. I've seen Saw X, it wasn't good. I don't think that Exorcist is going to be good. So I watched It Lives Inside. That one very good either. That's coming out in the cinema, I think, soon. So not a lot of modern horror films doing it for me, really.
That's a shame. What about you, Nige? Anything you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward to watching that Legend of the 7 Golden Vampires. I'll be looking forward to watching Violent Night when that arrives. And the same with the Hitcher next year. I mean, I have seen it quite a lot. I used to watch it a lot. But I've only got the DVD, and I've not watched it in donkey's years, and I was long overdue a watch anyway, so I'm just going to hang fire for that.
Ah, great stuff.
I'm done.
For me, I don't know about physical releases. Yeah. No, my internet is playing up now. I don't know what is going on. Everybody keeps pausing, so it's my internet. It's actually come up here saying internet unstable, so I don't know what's going on with the internet at home. But for me, I'd say the only real thing I'm looking forward to is probably Oppenheimer at the moment on 4K. I wouldn't mind getting that Warriors on a 4K, and the Harrison Ford one as well from Arrow. That would be quite good. As for movies coming out in cinemas, I think the next big film I'm looking forward to is the Ridley Scott one of Napoleon. That looks amazing. I can't wait for that.
The Fede Alvarez
David here saying you always
actually,
do.
I forgot about that. That'll be good.
Oh, is it? Wow,
Yeah, I think it's due out soon. Yeah.
that's cool. Brilliant. David saying you always do amazing live streams. Thanks ever so much, David. But these streams wouldn't be nothing without people watching at home and everybody joining in here. We need a Blu-ray, a party. Mental Mickey. I think you mean Metal Mickey from Only Fools and Horses is the main fella in it. I think the film House Party takes a lot from it, but yeah, I want to watch it again. What a cracking little gem. Okay.
There can't be a Metal Mickey in Only Fools and Horses.
Now, Mickey is Rodney's mate, isn't it?
It must be. I don't know. I never watched it. I didn't like it. What do I know?
Yeah, Mickey.
I only ever laughed once, and it's the bit where David Jason goes like that on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen a clip of the American one the other day. Jesus Christ!
Oh, they haven't remade it, have they, in America?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think it bombed.
American one.
Oh, it's awful.
Well,
yeah, I think they did a pilot of it. It's not. It is absolutely atrocious.
Speaking of pilots, I've seen those DC pilots flying around. Have you seen those? I think they've done pilot episodes of Wonder Woman and Aquaman shows from like 2000, and like you can buy the pilot episodes on Lucky DVD, like on eBay or whatever, on bootleg. I think AJ had them on his channel. If you ever watch AJ, but they're only pilots because they never took off. But the Aquaman one's supposed to be really good. It's got a good cast as well.
Wow, didn't know that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, there's a Wonder Woman one, and there's a Justice League movie as well, TV movie pilot that never made it onto the TV. You can get.
Oh wow,
very interesting.
Yeah, I thought that as well. It's not very often New Year stuff like that you weren't aware of. Like,
yeah, especially getting out to buy at least on bootleg. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're Blu-rays as well. So.
We've got Gary saying he's got the second sight edition of Chopper on pre-order. Brilliant.
Well, the best thing about that is he's got a commentary from the real Chopper over the top. So he's going to be talking about Eric Banner playing him, and the real Chopper is just nuts anyway. So I can't wait to listen to that commentary. I'm so excited for it. I probably wouldn't have bought everyone for that commentary because, I've had it on DVD for bloody donkey's years anyway, but. Yeah, so yeah, Chopper does an actual commentary over the top of his own movie.
That'd be cool.
Oh, have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen Chopper? The stuff he gets up to in that film. If only
I've heard it's quite notorious.
Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago.
Oh. I've never seen it.
Oh my god, you'll love it. You will, Nigel. I know you will. It's just bonkers. It's hilarious. You won't stop laughing, but it's violent.
You went keen with you, Andy.
It was a one-time watch for me. I've got to be honest.
You might get a new love for it the second time round, or it might not be your scene, but I just find it so quotable. Like, just everyone in my neighbourhood after watching it would run around quoting it for like months after.
Isn't it Australian?
Yeah, it's Australian, yeah.
Thought it was.
Yeah, but he's a true criminal. He's like the Australian version of Bronson, isn't he, over here? But it's a good film for you, dude.
Sounds good to me.
I'd give it a go, man.
Oh yeah, it's trashy. You'll definitely like it. It's really good.
Sounds great. We've got Edward saying, "What's your favourite A24 film?" So Andy,
it's Joint X and Pearl for me.
Yeah. Bumper.
I suppose I'd have to see a list of all of them, but yeah, like X and Pearl, Hereditary, Midsommar. They've done their best work early on. I don't know if you've ever seen a film called The Black Coat's Daughter with Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts.
I've never heard of it.
Scream 4 and all.
Scream 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. The Black Coat's Daughter. And they've done The Witch Early Doors as well, didn't they? That's pretty good. I don't think they've done It Follows. I don't think It Follows is A24.
No,
they got a couple of good ones, but again, some of it's too pretentious for me. Like, I can't watch it all.
Yeah. Nige?
Mine's Men. It isn't. So. I'm fucking joking.
Yeah,
X and Pearl, but I think Pearl's just a little bit ahead of it. I love that film, and I'm so excited for what you're looking forward to. Maxine, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good one from the question earlier, Maxine.
Yeah.
Ex Machina, that's a good A24 film as well.
I was thinking of that one. That's probably my favourite, Ex Machina. Such a great film.
I really enjoyed Midsommar. I loved it. I've only seen it once,
Yeah, it's amazing. Midsommar.
It's one of them where I think you've got to fancy it, but when I watch it, I know I'm going to fucking really enjoy it again.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I love it. I like deep diving in it and watch it, and then go on YouTube and see all the fan theories and all. It's one of them sort of films and Easter eggs.
To me, it's a modern Wicker Man, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I love folk horror. You don't get enough folk horror, do you? Or done folk horror anyway. Like,
but Hereditary, it
grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but I do like it.
Up that was.
Was it scary? Was it heck? Nah.
Was it shite? Yes, it was shite.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I wasn't
it scared shit out of me. I've got to be honest, it did.
Some bits I wasn't expecting, like when they throw the Bible or whatever on the fire, and then Gabriel just goes into a burst of flames. I was just like, "What the hell?"
I don't actually think I seen the end. I think I fell asleep.
Oh, well, the end is the best bit, really, when she's up in the corner sawing her neck off.
That got me.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking.
I've not seen that bit.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't somebody stick that out of a window and get it knocked off?
That's near the beginning. That's the girl. Like, she's possessed. She is by this demon, but it don't want her. It wants the boy, so it makes her kill herself, like so it can go into the boy.
I don't want her. Stick their fucking head out the car window.
That's what it is, though. It needs a man to come back to. But it's all done by the grandmother. Like, it's all they don't know at the time, but the grandmother's been doing it for years, like behind their back, bringing them into this cult, like to bring this demon through one of her grandchildren. It's pretty messed up.
Something keeps telling me that I need to watch it again, but I keep fighting it.
You need to watch it, but
another go. You might like it.
Something like they need like 3 generations of like decapitated women or something, don't they? For like the
I find it's best to read about it first. Read the plot on Wikipedia first to understand the intricate bits of it, and then watch it. And it's so well written, the way the story unfolds, like the way the grandmother dupes them all into having the grandmother dupes her own daughter into having a seance to bring this demon back, pretending that she's bringing her daughter back. That's how fucking messed up the grandmother is.
Well, the old bitch.
Exactly.
I just thought it's creepy when like you just see like still shots of the room.
Yeah,
and you don't notice it, but if you just look, you see people like standing there.
Yeah, up in the corner.
In the corner or like in the doorway, and you don't notice it, and it's like, oh fuck, what are they doing? They just stood there, like, look at it. It creeped the fuck out of me.
No, I agree with you. Give it your full attention and get on board with it. It's proper messed up. But some people only like sort of, see the overtopness of it, don't they? The hamminess of it, like, and think, it's just stupid. But no, I think it's good.
Just that scene.
Did that get a big box set release from Second Sight?
No, I haven't had anything yet. It's had just a Steelbook Blu-ray over here.
It's not even had a 4K over here. It's just a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that
either. He probably will get the treatment sooner or later, but
it's a shame that Midsummer hasn't got a 4K because I could imagine that would look amazing on 4K.
I got an Italian 4K of Midsummer. The slip cover's lush. It's got like this tombstone thing or this Stonehenge thing on it, and it's got like all bloody handprints on it, but they're all embossed like the bloody handprints. It's pretty good. Like.
Even that
it's only cheap. It's only like 13, 14 quid. It's only a thin case, but it's got a slip cover.
Wow.
It's when the lad in that film's drinking the drink, and his drink's darker than everyone else's.
Yeah. He's drinking the period blood.
Oh.
There's so much foreshadowing in it. Again, I'm not clever enough to pick up on it myself, but I watch other people talking about it on YouTube. And the foreshadowing in it, like what happens to him at the end. And it's the old people jumping off the cliff, innit? And he don't die, so he just hits him with the sledgehammer. I mean,
that's fucking brutal.
That was rough, yeah.
But of all the ways to think about how to finish him off if they don't die, I know we'll get a giant mallet and just smash their head.
None of this bullet shite. Get the fucking hammer out.
I know, exactly. Never fails.
Got Danny here saying Mausoleum, a limited edition Blu-ray from Treasured Films. I have on order, 30th of October. Very good.
Oh, forgot about that one. I've got that coming as well, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good one.
That's a video nasty as well. I think it's a Section 3.
Yeah, it's Section 3 Mausoleum, you're right. Quite a good film, actually, Mausoleum. Better than the last one they put out, that bloody Satan's Little Helper. Oh, my God, I couldn't go on board with that.
I like that.
Did you?
I just didn't like the fact that how they left it open, but it's kind of like how John Carpenter wanted Halloween, isn't it? He wanted that leaving as it was, but I actually really enjoyed it.
It was the way it was shot. It wasn't the story or the violence. Right? They had like a sort of I don't know, like Beverly Hills 90210 kind of soap opera feel about it. Like it was too digitally shot. I don't know, it was too sheeny on the screen. I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know. I just couldn't get on with it.
Mm.
But the one they did before that was like an action film, wasn't it? Like an Italian action film.
Last Hunter, was it?
Yeah, something like that. So they
and another nasty that was on the Section 3 as well.
Yeah,
believe it or not,
obscure.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, that was okay as well. I own both of them. You know, that's Satan's It Out, but I did buy it. It's got a lovely slipcover on it, or whatever.
Yeah, it does.
The design's awesome. I love everything about it, but I just didn't enjoy the film that much. But yeah.
They're a company to watch them though, because like for saying these are their first 2 releases, well, first 3 releases, they've put some fucking amazing effort into them.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know you want to support them, don't you? Regardless of the quality of the film, really. So,
well, hopefully they'll release some more stuff over the coming months.
Well, they definitely know the score because they're suppliers of Vinegar Syndrome and Severin and Synapse. They know what the people want. So,
yeah, great stuff. Andy says, "Do you guys remember A Bit of a Do with David Jason?"
No.
A Bit of a Do. Oh, remember that? That wasn't with the. No, I'm thinking of the Darling Buds of May. I remember that title, Bit of a Do. Yeah, I can't remember the program though, but I do remember the title.
I can't. No. Got Mac Chat saying, "Lads, watch along Antichrist live stream. I'll blow the cobwebs off my DVD copy. Terra Firma soon. Oh, the reactions to this one needs to be recorded."
Bear in mind, if you've got a UK DVD, they do play faster because of the PAL thing. It's like you're alright with Blu-ray, but if it's a DVD, you will be skipping ahead because I had a right carry on with Unlawful Entry. I had to keep pausing it. Because like I had the DVD, they were all watching either a download or like a Blu-ray or something, and like the UK DVD just races ahead. That's why there's different running times sometimes on our films compared to the US releases.
Yeah, normally the Blu-rays are like a couple of minutes longer than the DVDs, aren't they?
It's because of the actual timing, because of the frequency, the PAL and all that crap, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it is it's us the PAL ones to play them far too fast.
Yeah.
And you can hear that sometimes in the soundtrack. If you listen to the 4K of Roadhouse, the beginning music, and then you put the UK DVD or VHS on, it sounds speeded up. It's weird. So bear in mind, if you're watching the DVD, you will be ahead of us.
We got Minhaju saying, "Pete, do you know when we could be getting the Wolverine game on PS5? Probably next year or two. It'll definitely be Christmas next year or the year after, mate." Mac Chat says, "I pre-ordered the Warriors. Only cost me half the mortgage. Anyone else ordered it? And what edition did you get? I went for the new artwork box because the baseball fairies inside artwork is tasty."
Baseball fairies.
The Furies.
Baseball furies.
All right, for baseball for Furies.
They don't have any hair on them apart from on the red.
Fury sounds funny, right? Fair dues. I don't know which order. I don't know which different versions they got. The one I've seen has just got a nice artwork on the back of the train on, where they're all like sat on the back of the train. It's animated with some graffiti around. Looks nice. I don't know which one that is.
I think that's the one he means.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be looking to get.
Nice. Have you ordered it,
Andy?
No, not yet. I do want to though, but no, I just haven't had a chance yet.
No. You ordered it, Nige, didn't you say?
I've gone for the original artwork. It's Arrow Store exclusive as well. It's the original cinema artwork on it.
Great.
I didn't like the look of that train thing.
That's just the only one I've seen. I probably will get the original artwork if there's a choice, because I do like the original poster work on there.
There is. I think the poster's different as well. I think you get the original artwork on one side, and on the other side of the poster you get that one, the director's cut. Like it's got like an orangey background and that where they're walking.
Yeah, fair
I think that's the other side of the poster on that version. But if you get the new artwork, I think the new artwork is on one side.
Oh, sweet.
Right,
I'll have a look into it. Definitely want to get it.
Nice.
The only problem I've got with it is they haven't put those deleted or TV cut scenes on it, even as an extra. They're just not there. Good.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah.
Marju says, do you prefer the Japanese Ring series or the Ju-on series, but why? Have you seen?
I've never seen them. I've only ever seen the American, The Ring, and that's all I've saw.
Andy?
I might have to go with the Ju-on ones, just because there's more of them. But the only ones I really prefer are the first one of each series. Yeah. The first Ring and the first Grudge is they're the best for me. But I think the Ju-on movies they are creepy. Really creepy.
There are some very creepy moments in them ones. And what about you, Bumper?
Yeah, I like both the franchises. I love a bit of J-horror. They look wicked now that Arrow remastered them. Back in the day, when you used to watch the tartan DVDs, all the colours were washed out and things. They weren't that enjoyable back then. They always have like a horrible grey tint about them. But now they're all like beautiful and colourful and all. Yeah, the first, like Andy says, the first Ring and the first Ju-on, both amazing films. But then Ju-on's probably got the more consistent sequels. But half of those sequels are a bit of a swizz anyway, because you watch them on our Arrow set, and some of them are like the same films, but just like made for TV, or like there's a sequel to the made for TV one, and then the first half is just a recap of the made for TV one you just watched. It's weird to explain, but they're not. It's only really one full movie, I suppose. But you know, it's still good. It is creepy, like Andy says, like, you know. But
great stuff.
The Ring is good though. I gotta be fair. I seen the American one first. That's my problem. You know, I prefer the Japanese one. I couldn't get the same thing for the skip for when it comes through the TV, because I already knew it was going to come, but I didn't know in the American one, so I had it with the American one, I suppose.
Yeah, I think they're both pretty good little series between them. They both got their good ones and both got the bad films. Both very creepy. I probably will say The Ring, but I don't mind the American remakes of either of them, to be fair.
No, the American remake of The Ring is fantastic. He's even got Brian Cox in it, and he got a little bit of Brian Cox like. But the American remake of Ju-on, I don't know, it's not awesome, but it's okay. They done one with Andrea Riseborough as well, didn't they? But it didn't do very well. It's a new one called The Grudge, came out about 3 years ago. But she's a great actress, Andrea Riseborough, so I'm surprised, because she's in Mandy and Possessor, but didn't do very well. The Grudge she was in.
Didn't know there was a recent one. Wow.
Yeah, well, you know, 3 or 4 years, whatever.
And Hadra has both sets, but that Ju-on set's absolutely astonishing and beautiful. One of my favourite sets. Awesome. So I was on about Walter Hill. We got Bad Lieutenant and Sai having a chat. A lot of chat.
Walter Hill, he's got a good filmography as well, hasn't he, I guess? Well, definitely The Warriors for a start.
Oh, he's done quite a few good stuff. Sai says, what Chopper does to Neville Bartos in the film is so funny. Okay.
It's funny, like in Chopper, like he basically goes to jail for like breaking this guy's legs and whatever, and then when he comes out of jail, he sees this guy in a nightclub, and the guy's got loads of money off the claim, like for when he broke his legs and went to jail, and he just goes up to him praising his head. He's like, "Oh, you've had a bloody big payout because of me, and you haven't even bought me a drink." He's like, "You broke both my fucking legs." That's what I'm here. And he's like, "Get to the bar, you cretin, and get me a drink." You don't give a fuck, Chopper. Like, he's throwing his mother down the stairs. His wife's a prostitute. Like, it's crazy. It's just he's in jail and he wants to go to a different. He's in prison and he wants to go to a different prison because all these guys are going to kill him. So he gets his mate to just cut his ears off. So then he says, "Look, I'm not safe for this guy trying to cut my ears off." And he's got his mate cutting his ears off. He's going, "Just fucking do it, you fanny." And the guy don't want to do it. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to do it, Chop." And he's going, "Just fucking get on with it." It's hilarious, mate, honestly, if you've never seen it.
Oh, I'll have to check that one out. That sounds great.
Oh, it's black comedy at the best. Like, you'll be laughing, but you shouldn't be laughing.
Gary says, has anyone seen When Evil Lurks? Yeah, the best horror film of the year. Very disturbing. I've heard a lot of great things about it. Unfortunately, it's no cinema release around here, but it's coming to Shudder for Halloween.
Yeah, it's going on Shudder, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll watch it on there. Anybody else seen it or plan to?
I haven't seen it yet. It's subtitled in it as foreign. I don't know what country, European, somewhere like, you know. But...
Yeah. We've got David saying, "Come on, everybody, get Nigel Rockgod to 2004 to 600 subscribers. Let's get him to 600 subscribers tonight." His link is in the description down below.
Thank you very much.
David also says, "Let's get Andy to 800 subscribers. Come on, everybody, let's do it tonight." So yeah, everybody's links in the description down below. They've all got wonderful channels. Go and support them if you haven't already. We got Marvel fan saying, "Hi all, how are you?" Hey Marvel fan, hope you're well, my friend.
Hello, mate.
Mac Chat says, "I watched Chopper when I was living in Australia 20 years ago, and right after the news announced the real bloke was coming to the city, I went down to his hotel and got to shake his hand. A nutter." Wow.
What the hell do you want to shake his hand for?
When he was in jail in Australia, he was writing as an agony aunt for FHM in the UK. That's how nuts the guy.
What the fuck?
He had a
What?
column in FHM as an agony aunt. I'm telling you, Chopper, he had a segment in FHM in the 90s or whatever it was, and like, yeah, people would write to him, ask him questions, like, and he's answering from jail.
He sounds like an interesting chap.
He is a
You couldn't make that up, could you?
Oh, unbelievable. Like, he says at the end of the film, he says, hilarious. He says, I'm semi-illiterate. I can't even spell and write. I've sold 20 bestsellers. Something stupid like that. Like,
Jesus.
Wow.
He's a celebrity over there, fair dues. Yeah,
Romp Stomper. Yeah, that's another good one, yeah.
I've never seen that either.
I got the 101 films released, but I haven't watched it yet. Or is it 88?
Yeah.
I don't know.
88 films, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might be 88. There is one of them, but I haven't watched. Still in the cellophane. But I do like Ozploitation. That's why I was interested in that film. Andy said earlier, I wrote it down, Fortress. So I'm getting on that when we finish on the stream, see if I can find it.
Oh, yeah. Really good. Really good.
Oh, you got some wicked Australian movies if you look into it. Like Razorback. Have you seen our film that is? Like,
yeah, Razorback. Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, good.
I've only heard about it. I've never seen it.
Waking Fight, that's another good one if you ever get a chance to see it. That's from the 70s also.
Yeah, I watched that the other week.
Happy days. Yeah, it's a good film.
Do you like Wolf Creek, Bumper?
Yeah, man. I don't mind a bit of Wolf Creek. Well, I like John Jarrett anyway. He's hilarious.
Yeah, the second one. Fucking hell, I couldn't believe what he got away with in that.
With that British boy, he lets him live at the end, doesn't he, in the second one? He's bloody on the edge of your seat the whole way through, though.
Did you see any of the series?
I've seen the first series, yeah, but I just never got around to watching the second one.
I've got them both on Blu-ray. I think they're fucking great. I loved them all.
Again, he's a bit of a mini celebrity in Australia for all the wrong reasons. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, no, they're wild. Yeah, no, I really enjoy. He's a good actor, the John Jarrett guy, and he's in. Oh God,
Home and Away.
Yeah. Or Neighbours.
But he'd like to forget that now.
No, Picnic at Hanging Rock. He's young in the Picnic at Hanging Rock, so he's in that as well. I thought it was Eric Banner, but then the timelines didn't match. I realised it was him.
That fucking laugh he does in Wolf Creek. Oh Jesus!
I was the knife he carried.
Oh, you fuck off, weirdo!
Oh, yeah. Being stuck in the 8-pack as well, like, and being hunted by him.
You with me? Oh, everything's you with me.
Oh yeah, he's crazy, fair dues. I hate those sort of guys. They let you go for a bit, like, and you think you're getting away, and then all of a sudden,
head on a stick got me. I was like, oh no.
Oh God. Yeah, no, they're good, man. Wolf Creek, I love them.
Absolutely brutal.
We got Matt Chat saying about Hereditary, saying it's the best horror film in years. There's images in it that still haunts me. The floating decapitated bodies. Fuck my life. When I clicked what was going on, I thought, well, that was disturbing. Gets better with each watch.
You can it just goes to show how, like, different horror affects different people. Like, you know, Lars was talking about Hellfest earlier, like, and there's probably people who would think Hellfest is a better film than whatever film the guy just said. I can't think what film he said now. But
Hereditary.
Hereditary. But if you ever said that to, like, a bloody a film scholar or something, like, you know, they think you didn't know what he was on about. But it's just the way it is, isn't it? Not everybody wants this bloody symbolic trauma-related bloody horror. Do you know what I mean? Some people just want John Jarrett running around with a knife this big, sticking it. And that's what Hellfest is, really. It's like Scream in a theme park. Like, you know what I mean? So,
it is, yeah.
You know, so that's just what, you know, that's what we want. So
fucking ending the ending to Hellfest though, my jaw Just went like, oh no, and then he
even sure
finished. I was
can
like,
remember the end.
oh,
I've
wait.
definitely seen it, but
It's like I always say, like the closest other genre to horror is comedy because they're both subjective. They're the
Yeah,
two most
exactly.
subjective genres ever.
Mm.
One thing
You're
that could scare
definitely
you,
right.
or someone else could laugh at, and just be like, "Oh, that wasn't scary at all." But
you're spot on, like, because I like American comedies, stoner comedies, like, and like my
Yeah.
missus don't find them funny at all. Do you know what I mean? She'll find things funny that I don't find funny. So yeah, it's a good comparison, really. Horror to comedy.
That
It's
is a
like there's
good
so
one.
much of it.
Yeah.
Very true.
My
I
wife
mean, how
yesterday
do you-
watching The Exorcist for the first time, you know, the scene like where she gets the mother, she's like, lick me,
Yeah.
lick me. I sat there with a big smile on my face. My missus looked at me, she's like, you thought that was good then, didn't you? I was like, well, it's pretty taboo busting for his time. I gotta be fair, like, and she's just like, it's just crap.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Like that with a crucifix. I was like, I didn't know where to put myself, to be fair, but she wanted to watch it, so
Wow. And Haji says, which do you think is a better made movie, Evil Dead remake or Rise? I think 2013 is much better in terms of themes and story they were going through with drug addiction. Is his favorite and this is his best one since Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead Rise, there's nothing on the 2013 one. It's really gory, bloody, and brutal, but I still like Rise at first, but I don't think it's a solid film. So, Andy, remake or Rise?
Might have to go Rise for me.
Mm.
Just because I rewatched the remake and I just thought it was all right. But
Yeah.
Rise was like a bit more of a pleasant surprise. But I can understand both sides of the coin to it. I can understand why you'd choose the remake over Rise. It was just when I rewatched them, I had a better time with Rise.
Yeah, I get that. I would agree with you about Rise. I think it's very neck and neck with them, but I had more of a good time watching Rise than I did the remake. Bumper, what about you?
I'd probably prefer the 2013 one, probably because, like, when they were remaking that at the time, you know, the way to improve it on the original was to give us a more gorier, higher budget kind of movie, because the first one's a bit of a comedy these days, isn't it? You know what I mean? But I think it's set a trend, and I think now every Evil Dead movie they're going to make is following the remake trend instead of like the old trend. So you just get these like completely gross out, blood filled, you know, like in the scene in Rise where the lift fills with blood. It's just like reminiscent of the scene in the 2013 one when it's just raining blood, and it's got this sort of like new identity to what an Evil Dead movie should be. But I prefer the older Evil Dead movies. They should relate to Ash and things like that. So I'm not really enamored by either of them really, but I probably prefer 13. But I've only seen Evil Dead Rise once, so I didn't really like it because I just got a thing with CGI and stuff these days. It just really bugs me, like, and I don't know, just don't feel real, does it? The violence, like.
Yeah, I get that. And what about you, Nige?
When I first watched it, I said Rise, but I've rewatched it and I think I like the remake better now.
Yeah, I can get that. So it says, Nige, have you heard of The Men Behind the Sun? I found an uncut version of that on YouTube.
No.
Bad Lieutenant says it's a very disturbing film. You can get an uncut version on DVD with English subtitles, but it's very hard to find.
I've never even heard of it.
As a Japanese war torture film.
Oh, is it?
Men Behind the Sun, like from like, I don't know, 70s or something, maybe a bit earlier, and it's just a bit like Faces of Death or whatever, really. I haven't got much of a story, just mainly just, well, yeah, like I said, Japanese army torture, what they used to do to people, like.
Is it acted or is it like real footage?
I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on it. I haven't watched it myself. I just know about it because I'm into extreme horror, but guys in the comments would have to say.
Yeah, I'm not overfussed on the real footage stuff like that.
I think some of it might be like real footage. It is all grainy and found footage looking, but I've seen a trailer for it or whatever.
Oh.
However, The Killing of America is a great film. That's real footage.
I remember you said about that.
Yeah, that's brutal. That worth watching though.
David says, "Come get a repeat of more subscribers. Do it tonight." You don't have to, mate. But thanks ever so much for the lovely comment, mate. We got Bad Lieutenant saying there was an English film similar to Rump Stomper called Made in England, starring Tim Roth and Eric Richard. I've heard of that one, yeah.
I think I've seen bits of it. It was the first time I ever saw Tim Roth. It's really knocking on a bit like, I don't know if it's 70s or 80s. It's an old one.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it all the way through, but he's an absolute twat. I remember that.
David says, Peter's one wearing a hat. Well, that's Bumper's Movies, mate. That's Bumper's Movies on the bottom right.
And my real name is Beecham, so the same as Abba with an AM on the end. So there you are. We're not related, but we could have been.
He makes lovely lemon powders. You should remember that.
Yeah, that's why I always say on the phone when they say how you spell it, I was like the powders. What, cocaine? No.
Right. And Hardry says, what's everyone's thoughts on the Hellraiser series? I would say I love them, but they are disturbing and creepy. What goes on in this writer's and director's head, but also why do people not like? And for him, he thinks Bloodlines is criminally underrated. So, Andy, what's your thoughts on the Hellraiser series?
I've only seen the first three. And I don't mind them. I think the first two are pretty good. I think the third one's all right. I think it's the weakest of the three I've seen. But yeah, they're okay, but they're not. They don't really hold a candle for me to like the likes of Friday the 13th, 4 Elm Street, or Halloween.
Yeah.
I think Pinhead's actually like more recognizable in that franchise than he probably deserves to be, because he's actually not in the movies all that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're fine. I think they're enjoyable. I like the first one, and I like how creative the second one is. But yeah, they're all right.
Great stuff. What about you, Bumper?
Well, yeah, I really like him. Clive Barker, you can't underestimate Clive Barker as a fantasy horror author and director. He's good at world building. I don't know if you've ever seen his book, Imagica or Imagica. He's done like a book is about this thick, like it is a fantasy adventure, like, and it's just phenomenal, like the levels of storytelling. So yeah, so I like number one, and then I love number two. But the problem is with number three, then like it swaps. Like the first two are set in Britain. You don't see a lot of the outdoors in the first two because they're in the labyrinth or in the house. But there's scenes when they're walking down the street and you can see it's set in Britain. Like then the third one goes to America and it's got like a hip young cast and it's all like some CGI special effects when they should have carried on with the story from the second one, with Kirsty and Frank and whatever else, Larry and the Cenobites that were being created in the by the Leviathan in the labyrinth, because it's all awesome stuff. But it's not, like Andy says, it's not as good as the other franchises. But what it's got different to the other franchises is there's more stuff there to explore. Like in the new one, they use the Lament configuration. It's got different levels, and you've got to get to the top level to unlock the Leviathan. Like, and it's just amazing. I love the new one. Like, I don't call it a remake; it's just like another sequel in it. But there's just so much there to unpack. Like I said, I don't want to waffle on, but if you've got the Arrow one, watch Hellraiser 1, go on the special features, and there's one called Unboxing Hellraiser or Unboxing the Lament configuration. Watch that, it's only off about 28 minutes, and it deep dives all the lore, and it just blow your mind, like what it did with me anyway. But it's all Clive Barker's. It's nothing to do with these other directors who've done the sequels later on. It's all Clive Barker.
Yeah, because Clive Barker just directed the original, didn't he?
Yeah, and he produced the second one, and he produced the third one as well. But the third one, like I said, it's just a bit of a money grabber, I think, like change settings to America, had a hip cast, set in like a nightclub. It just didn't really follow on from the second one at all. I haven't seen Bloodlines, but I've seen all the other sequels after. So I bought them all on eBay for cheap before this box set came out. Some are good. One of them's got Henry Cavill in and Lance Henriksen, if that interests you.
Yeah, that's the one about the gaming one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's online. Yeah, some sort of online one. And the one you said, directed by Scott Derrickson, who went on to do Doctor Strange and whatever else. So Sinister.
Yeah. What about you, Nige? What's your thoughts on Hellraiser?
I've only ever seen the first one, and I thought it was one of the biggest piles of shit I'd ever seen. I didn't like it at all. So I didn't bother with the rest. I also can't fucking stand Clive Barker. He's just weird. Far too fucking weird for me.
He's just good at world building, like, you know what I mean? But I don't.
If you think,
I mean, the first time I seen Nightbreed, I hated it. Then when I watched it again, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought, like,
Nightbreed is the best.
Nightbreed's very strange, but I enjoyed it.
I did the second time, but the first time I thought, what the fuck was that all about? I don't get all the fuss, but like for his other stuff, I still feel that way. But I do like Nightbreed now, but Hellraiser, fuck that.
It is a bit of an acquired taste of erotic horror like that. I gotta be fair. I never used to like it when I was younger.
As my old mum and dad used to say, it's like shit from China. Just bollocks. That daft cunt run after you. I get a fucking jaw going like that.
The chatterer. Although, like Andy says as well, mind this, Pinhead's not even in it that much. The other good thing about part 3 is he gets a bit of a meaty role in that, so it's a bit of a like, you can have your moment in this one, like you can have your Nightmare on Elm Street 2 bloody Pinhead type character, like all like this. So
running along while you're playing him with a fucking golden Rubik cube. I've done it.
I like the films. I like the first two. The first one's brilliant. I think the second one's a great continuation. Yeah, I will turn the TV off tonight. The second one is a really good continuation. The third one is stupid. They've got a Cenobite that throws CDs out to kill people.
Yeah.
And we all know in the real world that Cenobites just don't do that when you're walking along a normal road.
Oh, those modern Cenobites in the third one. I had tried to get those into my mind. Cheers for that, Pete.
Fucking Cenobite. It sounds like a fucking measurement of memory on your computer.
How many CDs you got?
Well, look, I've got 10 Cenobites left.
Yeah, you do make a fair point. Like
I haven't seen the fourth one. I've seen some of the later ones. Inferno, as I watched recently, I thought that was quite good. Some of the later ones are more like detective dramas than anything else.
That's what I mean. It just, using the license, get some money.
One of them has a different guy who plays Pinhead, and he looks absolutely awful. I think it's Hellraiser Revelations or something. Jeez. They look like
the last two they came out like in the late noughties just to like keep the licenses. Like they were going to lose it, the film studio, so they had to rush out the movie to keep the license for it. So one of those is rushed. Hellraiser Judgment or Hellraiser Revelations. I don't know which one it is.
I think it might be Revelations because Pinhead looks like he was put together by Poundland.
They both got a different Pinhead in them, don't Bradley. But it's not. No, you are right. It's not good. Like I say, it's just completely rushed.
Starring Billy Smith as Poundland Pinhead.
I tell you how rushed together it is. They got the special effects and makeup guy from all the other films to direct it.
Really?
Oh my
God! You must know everyone. You know a little bit about it. You've done the special effects on all the others. Gary Tunnicliffe or something his name is. I don't know.
They tried that with Jaws. They got Joe Alves to direct Jaws 3, and look what the fuck happened there.
I can't stand that film either.
You worked on the first two. Get your ass over here and direct this one.
Yeah, no, that's what it's like. Yeah.
Best Aussie film was BMX Bandits.
Oh.
Wow.
There's no answer to that.
I don't think I've seen BMX Bandits, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're missing out on a classic.
Yeah, sounds fun.
I think it's a bit like Rad. Have you ever seen that? Rad is like a BMX movie. BMX movies were quite popular in the 80s in certain
films, they were. Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Nowadays, it's like watching a fucking Rubik's Cube film. a Rubik's Cube tournament. Can you imagine the drama on that?
Evil Dead 2013 for Gary is the better one. Great stuff. Rest in peace to Sir Bobby Robson. What's your favourite sports films, lad? So, yes.
What's your favourite sports films, lad?
What's your favourite sports films, lads? What's your favourite sports films, lagers? Lagers? Lads.
Lagers? I'll go first. I'm going to say Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky's
it's about the only sports films I can fucking stomach.
It's got Joe Spinell in there, so it's got to be all right.
Andy?
Mine might actually have to be. It's a Bollywood film called Lagan.
Hmm.
It's the sport in focus. It's going to sound really boring, but the sport is it's cricket.
Oh, not so bad.
Fuck me.
But it's like this is going to put Nige off even more. It's 4 hours long.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Maybe as long as
And the first 3 hours of him shining his fucking balls on his trousers.
But it's actually it's a bit more interesting than that because it's more about like it's like this small Indian village, and they pay a tax to like the British Empire, and they've never seen cricket before, and they don't know what it is. So they see like the British playing it, and then like the leader of like the Indian little village says, "All right, well if we can beat you at your own game, will you void the tax for 3 years?" And they say, "Yeah, all right. And if we win, you've got to pay double for the next 3 years." So that's the movie, them learning how to play this game to try and beat them at it. And it's just a really awesome movie. I know it's a bit hefty, like with its run.
Sounds it.
But it's I really enjoyed it.
Great stuff.
I'd like to see one about golf as well. I bet that's pretty much on a par.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, let's see what you did there.
Yeah.
Oh. And what about you, Bumper, for sports movies?
Got to be Remember the Titans, haven't they, with Denzel? I used to watch that film all the time when I was a teenager. Like, always used to be on Sky doing the holidays and all. I love that film, Remember the Titans. Good film.
Great
American
stuff.
football movie.
Brilliant.
That's when you live in a town where nobody's a virgin anymore. Remember the Titans.
Men Behind the Sun is acted, but based on real-life experiments of the Japanese Unit 731 during World War II.
That sounds a bit brutal.
Oh, that does sound a bit, yeah.
Ooh. And that's on YouTube, uncut.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Matt Chat says, great show, Wake and Fright. Never watched it hungover. Trust me, it hits differently. One of the scariest films without anything scary happening in it. It ramps up the anxiety and your fear of the unknown places.
Wake in Fright?
Wake in Fright, yeah. It's from the late 70s, Australian films.
Oh, is that with all the fucking kangaroo slaughters? Yes. I've never seen it, but I've read it. A warning on the cover says contains real animal, real kangaroo slaughters. They go around shooting them.
Oh.
And apparently they're all real. They filmed it.
Wow.
It's Australia's cannibal holocaust, so it is.
I'm not sure, Nigel, if it's the same film or not.
I don't remember that when I watched it.
I seen it so long ago.
It's got like Donald Sutherland's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Eureka have done a Blu-ray of the one I'm thinking of. I think it's Eureka.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, but I thought it was that. When you said Wake in Fright, I thought, is that Australian one where they kill all the fucking kangaroos? It might be a totally different film, but I don't know why that title stuck out there.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, mine, because it could have been cut from the version I seen, or I just can't remember it at all. Like, could be bad.
Andy Lake Stuff says, Hellraiser is some sort of freakish cult stuff, not my thing.
I agree.
They think
it was a very posh word they used there for shit.
Always found Hellraiser a bit too S&M for me.
Well, I never noticed that in it. Maybe I should rewatch it.
At my age, it's more M&S than S&M. Oh,
Pete will agree with that. He loves a bit of M&S.
Oh, wow. We got James here saying good evening, guys. Hey, Jim Jam, James, hope you're doing well, mate.
Hello, mate.
Poundland Arts and Crafts. I've made a life-size Star Fatal from super glue from Poundland.
Poundland Darth Vader.
So we've had S&M, M&S, and now M&S. M&M.
M&M's.
Put the LP for your glasses on, mate.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Who picked up the film of the year, Barbie?
I'd rather pick up a fucking dog turd. Dog turd, thank you. A dog turd.
A door turd?
A door
A door
turd?
turd?
And a ceiling shit? No, sir, I didn't.
No. I know
What
you
was that?
did, Andy.
Yep, 4K.
I'm proud of it.
Great stuff. Bumper? No.
Very, very pink of you.
No, I haven't picked it up, mate. That's not my scene. Like, my daughter went to see it in the cinema with my missus, but they're not interested in watching it again. So, nah, I won't be getting it. I doubt.
Yeah. I haven't picked it up yet. May do in so. I don't know. We'll see. M&S pervert, right?
Eminem's pervert.
M&M's pervert.
SIM&M's. Oh, what the fuck?
M&M's perfect.
I can't fucking keep up with these pervs.
So what films do you own that don't have a Blu-ray release?
Oh, that's a good question.
So what would that be? That's a really good one.
True
Andy?
Lies didn't have a Blu-ray release, did it?
No,
Not
I haven't
UK
happened yet,
one.
is it? I don't think.
It's got a Spanish one.
No. Yeah, but Pacific
Bastard
Heights,
from
I think Andy
Carolina,
would
that's
say.
another one.
I want to see that film that you mentioned, Nigel. I'd never heard of that. I even recommended it to someone else as well because I don't want to sound like a wrong 'un, but I'm quite.
No,
into
it's got to be seen to be believed, and then what shocked you even more is it was a made-for-TV thing. How? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm.
And when I
It's
see the
rough.
director as well and the cast, I went on eBay and had a
Angelica
look. I'm
Houston,
happy
man.
with the DVD, like, but
I tell you what, though, it's so well acted.
I can imagine.
It's just a shame, innit? You see what happens to him in the middle of the film and you think, why couldn't that have been at the end?
I think he should have got it fucking twice.
Because I thought that was the brutal bit of the film. I thought,
Really?
yeah, because when I watched it,
Oh,
I thought,
no.
okay, this,
Motherfuckers, our way. More.
yeah, because what they do when they beat shit out of him, I thought, oh, fucking hell, this is quite brutal, this. But then you see what he does at the end, and it's like, you're a fucking cunt, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what you did to that poor little girl. You absolute horrible piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's rough.
That's the good thing about the community, because I would never cross paths with that film if I didn't hear young Nige talk about it. So there we are. Look.
I would have. It was Andy who got me onto it. I'd never heard of it.
Oh, there we are then. So Andy's done that with a few films, actually. American Virgin, I would never have heard of either.
I think I was just going through like Christina Ricci's filmography, and that was on there. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a go.
Shit, yeah, I forgot she was in it. She's not in it long.
You were shocked
Not in
watching
it
that
long.
for the first time then?
So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And then the end of it, I was like, oh my god.
Jennifer Jason Leigh's the main part, and she turns out you want to fucking batter her at the end as well, but she's canny all the way through. She's just one little thing at the end, doesn't she? You just want to go and like just rip her head off.
Yeah. It is rough. You won't have seen anything like it.
No, I'm looking forward to what. Well, you know what I mean. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
definitely
get
watch
the
it.
intrigue because I get the intrigue with it absolutely, but it's whether you can stomach it or not. It's just like yeah.
We've got Jim Jam here saying, what was the last cinema experience you had which ended badly? Seen Unseen. Was hoping it was going to be a good film when we watched something called Joyride. That was absolutely awful.
Joyride, yeah, I haven't seen it. I know the movie, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, God, that was bad.
Joyride with Paul Walker in is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good film. Yeah.
Oh, God, I love that film.
I wish it was that they were showing at cinema. Now, that would have been a good one to watch. Andy, what about you?
There was a movie that came out 2019, if you remember it, called Bombshell.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a screen unseen for me, so it was kind of like you bought the ticket, but you didn't know what film it was going to be. And that was on, and this fella was in there. And if you know the film, you know what it's about. You know, it's like about sexual harassment that these women were going through in the workplace. But when it was happening, this fella sat in the cinema. He was laughing every time it happened.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the? It wasn't just me, but other people were like, "Is he for real? What's he doing?" He kept laughing at all of these fucking inappropriate moments in the film, and I was like, "What is going on?" And it wasn't. It was like a legit laughter this fella was protruding, and I was like, "He can't be for real." But it was
Shocking.
every time, like really fucking uncomfortable stuff. Like Margot Robbie's in it, and there's a bit in it with John Lithgow, and he's making her do absolutely horrible stuff. And this fella's just laughing his ass off. I'm like, what the fuck? It just made me feel sick. I was like,
that's some bad warning signs right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty darn scary, yeah.
Yeah. But it was like other people in the screening were like, is he for real? This fella? What is he doing? And it just made me feel so uncomfortable. The person I was with watching it, I was like, what the fuck is this fella behind me doing? Why is he laughing at this? And it was really fucked up. I was like, I can't believe it.
I'm surprised somebody didn't go and tell somebody to get him out, like report him.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
I was like, what a fucking weirdo.
Wow.
Definitely. What about you, Bumper?
I just always have people on their phones. It does my head in. Like, I can always see a screen in the corner of my eye. Like, and I watch a lot of kids' films in the cinema. Like, obviously with my kids and parents, they think they got a divine right to do it in a kids' film. They think, the parents don't care. But you know, when you're watching Super Mario and things like that, you do want to watch it, don't you? Like, and me and my missus, we do say something like, we will say, put your phone away. But then you always get like an awkward 10 minutes afterwards when you're sat there on edge, then like thinking, should I have said that? Are they going to bloody thing? But they shouldn't do it, should they? Like, you know, you shouldn't just put your phone out. And you can see them, they just needlessly scrolling as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if they're checking an emergency message or anything. So that just does my head in all the time. But apart from that, I don't really get too many issues, really. Like,
oh, that's good. And what about you, Nige?
Bad experience, as in like something that happened, not the film itself. When I went to see Reservoir Dogs, somebody on the front row started fitting. That was very unpleasant. It was what halfway through the film, and like somebody like just moved, and we were like, "What the fuck's that?" And the poor bastard was having a fit. It was horrible.
Poor person.
At the time, I like everything fucking affected me more than what it does now. It knocked me sick. I think he was all right after a while, like, but it wasn't. I'd never seen it before. It wasn't nice to see. Poor bugger.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad. We've got Sai here saying Tin Cup is a good golf movie. Nice.
Yeah, I'll add that to my list.
Have you all seen Never Ending Story?
No. I don't want to.
I've never seen it either.
Telling me I'm gonna watch it.
We've got to do a watch along for Never Ending Story 3.
Oh God, no.
Never Ending Story 3.
Oh no.
Jack Black's the best part of the third one.
Oh fuck that! No chance. I hate the cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack Black's great. He's the reason I'd watch it. Jack Black.
You knock yourself out, mate, and you enjoy it. I can't stand it.
We'll have a watch along. We'll watch that and School of Rock.
I'm probably counting some salt grains that night. That night, it's long overdue.
Well, you can come on here and count them with us.
Well, I can't, because I wouldn't be able to give it my full attention. I must give these salt grains my undivided attention.
I'm doing another watch along for Exorcist 2.
I wish the fucker hadn't watched it on his own. I really wish he'd done it. I knew he wouldn't do the fucker. Well, you can't get out with this one because you've said it next week live.
Yeah. Well, the live stream next week for Antichrist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen it, Andy?
No.
Oh,
I've
this
heard
is
of it.
going to be interesting because I haven't. You haven't.
oh, this would be fun. Yeah. Has Mike seen it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah.
Oh, we seen it. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that'll be fun. I guess it's best not to bring food, nibbles, no food whilst watching it. I'm going to gather it's going to be a rough one to watch.
I don't know. Like you could probably bring a bag of Haribo with you or something. You'd be all right. Bring some sweets along, like. You might need the sugar after. Well, I think that a combination Antichrist on Blu-ray and a bag of Haribo.
That's a proper night in.
That's a night in, that is. But,
Oh.
funny about never-ending stories. I put part 3 in my eBay thing earlier. Like I was having a little look for it. You can only get it on DVD, but it looks obscure. I've never seen it. I've seen the second one.
Oh, it's terrible. The third one.
But yeah, I'm going to get it.
I thought there was only one or two. Man, I suppose it is never ending. So
they only
The first
collect
one-
the video things.
The first one's really good, but the second one is so boring. But the third one, oh my god, it's so bad. It's entertaining.
I'm looking forward to watching it. It's
Yeah.
about 18 quid at the moment, a bit much for me on the DVD, but they'll send me an offer when they don't sell in a couple of weeks, like when no one wants it.
to a second site will do a box set of them all.
Oh god. Well,
Oh, it's terrible, the third one. But I love it.
David says, Jim Jam Movies and TV, keep up the amazing videos and don't forget to subscribe. Absolutely.
Don't forget to SU scriber. It's a capital U.
Oh. Matt Chat says, I saw Evil Dead when I was 6 and I had a good grasp. It's all make believe, but Romper Stomper was what's going on in the streets real, and I knew dangerous fuckers like that, so it all hits differently. Oh, yeah.
I think that's why we always say that Eden Lake hits us more than like your average sort of slasher horror film or whatever, because it's just too fucking real for comfort.
Yeah. It hits home, and definitely watching it before bed.
Even get your chavs thrown in there for good measure to make it even more real.
Yeah, more terrifying to watch out before bed than any other horror film. Oh, dear. Yuck. James says, where's the weirdest place you've ever watched a film? Morrison's Cafe. Morrison's Cafe. I ended up watching the Simpsons movie in Morrison's Cafe on my phone. Andy?
I don't really know. I mean, it's either been at home, friend's house, cinema, or on a plane. That's about it. Or at school.
Ooh. Bumper?
I haven't really got much of an answer, to be honest. You just don't really watch them in weird places, do you? I remember there was a film festival in North Wales. In North Wales, there's an old abattoir, and it's not an abattoir anymore, but they turned into like a little cinema for watching horror films in there. So it's a bit messed up anyway. But yeah, so every year you can go up to this abattoir for like 5 days and they watch all the horror films in there. So I suppose that would be a bit weird if you could go and do that. But we don't really have drive-ins, do we, over here? I know they do all these outdoor cinemas now, but I've never really been to one. So yeah, nowhere really weird. I don't like watching films on my phone or my tablet either, so I use the telly or nothing for me, or cinema, telly or cinema, or nothing really.
What about you, Nige?
Weirdest? I can't really think of a weird place. Just all normal, usual stuff. I know that John, I think it was John, was telling me, Mondo, that he used to fucking watch video nasties and horror films at school on a telly, like the teacher would put them on for them.
Really?
We used to watch films in school. If it was raining outside, you couldn't go on the yard. And we used to watch Troll. Remember Troll from years ago? Not the second one, the first one. They always used to put that on.
The only films I ever saw at school on VHS tape, because I remember I've seen the CIC logo, and when it first came on, I'm thinking, it's going to be Jaws. The first one wasn't. It was Paramount. It was Airplane. And then they said, we're watching a film, but we're not telling you what it was. And the Universal logo come up. Fucking Smokey and the Bastard Bandit. I was gutted. We never got no dodgy ones. They were like Evil Dead or out like that.
Oh no, but they were a lot looser back then. One day they would let someone bring a videotape in from home to watch. Like you'd never get away with that now. But
No.
Nah.
Got James saying, name 3 films from the 60s that you think are underrated.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good one. Let's have a look.
well, for me, definitely Never Take Sweet Summer Strangers 1.
Yeah.
Everyone you think of is well known, isn't it?
yeah, that's the
And
thing.
Never Take Sweet Summer Strangers, though, that was underrated. It just wasn't on my radar until I seen it was a Hammer film, and I bought it, and I just raved about it that much. Other people have seen it, and they were saying the same. What a fucking film. Blows you away. 60s. I can't really think of any others.
The only thing I can think of is one is like To Serve with Love. I think that's really good, and a lot of the Hammer horror stuff because there was quite a bit in the 60s as well.
I was actually trying to think of an obscure Hammer one, and one couldn't spring to mind. Fear in the Night. That's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good one, yeah.
That's
Great
got
stuff.
Peter Cushing in that. That's a fucking cracking film.
What about you, Andy?
I'm going to say Targets, The Children's Hour, and The Seven Faces of Dr. Lowe.
Brilliant. Bumper, what about you?
I gotta be fair, mine. I'm not great on the 60s. I probably couldn't give you a film that I've seen that not many other people have seen from the era. But, you know, talking about the Giallos earlier, Mario Bava, obviously Blood and Black Lace was really good. It's not underrated, though. It's well reviewed and stuff. But I don't know if that many people would have seen it in the modern age. And the other one he done is called Black Sunday. It was mentioned in the comments earlier. It was an anthology. And it's got this one segment in called, I think it's called The Dripping Tap. And it's got a famous scene at the end where, like, the woman's in the bed and she's like a witchy old woman, like the face, the image.
Oh, yes.
It is scary, like if you've never seen it before. So, but again, I don't know if you'd call it underrated, but I'm waiting for a decent release of it. I think Arrow done one a long time ago, but seems to be a little bit forgotten. But yeah, I bet it really with the 60s, 70s is more my thing. I got to be fair.
I don't know if the Haunted House of Horror with Frankie Avalon in it as well. I don't know whether that's 60s. I think it is.
Yeah,
but that's underrated. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good choice. We've got David saying, Andy, forgot mod movies. What's the next Star Wars movie when it comes out? And are you looking forward to it?
No.
My thoughts exactly.
No. Which is exactly probably why he's asked Andy. He thought, you'll help me out because I'm looking forward. And he goes, no.
What's your thoughts on the new Goosebumps Disney Plus series compared to the other series and movies?
I have none.
Nope. Haven't seen them. Large. Yeah, more about the new Star Wars.
I did watch the first episode of the new Goosebumps because the kid was in it. He used to be in EastEnders, so I always find that like a bit thing when I see a British actor in an American program. Like, so I watched the first episode. It was all right.
Oh, was like it Perry Fenwinkle from Billy? Was it Perry Fenwinkle?
Oh yeah, no.
You've got to fucking think about this Fenwinkle bloke.
What a name! What a name!
Fenwick it is, Perry Fenwick, is it? I don't bloody know. No, it's not him, don't worry. But I don't know what the slate is for Star Wars with Disney now. Not that I care really, but I don't even know what's coming out.
I don't know.
Imagine him saying, "Oh, will you marry me?" With a name like that, what the fuck do you think? Absolutely not.
Mr. and Mrs. Fenwinkle.
Mr. and Mrs. Periwinkle, sound like something from fucking Beatrix Potter.
Yeah.
I would do, but my first name's Tickle Me, so I'm sorry, I'm not walking around with a name like that. Oh, Tickle Me Fenwinkle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Favorite Star Wars film, Andy?
Empire.
Great. Bumper.
Probably Empire, but I do like Rogue One as well.
Nige is all of them.
Jaws.
The doors.
Empire or Rogue One as well. Yeah. Sai says Jack Black is in a deleted scene from True Romance.
That's probably why it's fucking deleted.
Joe says great to see Bumper on the channel. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh,
to see
Joey, what's
Bumper here
happening,
as
mate? Up the villa.
What the fuck?
Oh, you don't like your football, do you, Nige?
No, but you're Welsh and you're shouting up the villa. That's even more weird.
I don't support Villa, right? I'm only entertaining him, but H&M, yeah.
Yeah.
Did a clothes store.
Sorry, Robin.
Hi,
No,
Robin.
did you watch the Descent film? I take it you enjoy it.
I still haven't watched them, but I fully intend to. But I have watched one of the Angry Kid ones that Marvel fans sent me because he'd been really want me to watch that, shall we say. And I actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, they're high on my list. I've got that much. I'm starting to plod through it a bit.
That's good.
You'll enjoy The Descent, mind. You should prioritise that if you've never seen it. What a film.
Yeah, it's a good
The
film.
second one.
I want it when I've got a day so I can watch them like on a night, like both together.
Yeah, you've got to watch the first one in the right atmosphere. Definitely dim the lights and all that caper.
Yeah,
it's good, the first one.
Andy says this month I've managed to watch Scream 1 to 3, Attack of the Killer Clowns, The Mist, Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. What have you lads have watched so far? Well, I watched quite a bit. I did talk about at the start of the stream. Pretty much watched all the Saw films, going through the Friday films now. Hopefully get all the Friday films done in the next couple of weeks. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, like I said before, I watched those two films, The Bedroom Window, Fortress. I watched Skin Deep for the first time. I had a blast with that. I thought that was hilarious. Particularly the glow-in-the-dark condom scene. Pretty funny. I watched another genre film called Real Men. That was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. Yeah. Not too many
Great
films,
stuff.
but yeah.
Oh, really good stuff. What about you, Bumper?
We said most of them earlier, didn't we? I was going through the naughty, so I watched all like Ghost Ship and Gothica, 13 Ghosts, House on Haunted Hill. You know, there was that sort of collection of films. I didn't realise, but they are kind of not related. That's not the right word, but Ghost House Pictures was quite popular in the noughties. It's owned by Sam Raimi, and they had a slew of films that come out. They were all pretty tidy. Well, in my opinion, they're pretty tidy anyway. So like Ghost Ship and whatever else. So I've been watching those. I never understood the fascination with The Mist. Everyone talks about The Mist like it's a great film. I mean, this guy don't say if he liked it or not. I appreciate that, but I really liked The Mist. I thought it was overlong. CGI is terrible in it. The acting's terrible in it. But maybe I need to watch it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's got the blending in it, but...
Oh, sorry. And you, Nige, what about you?
I haven't watched many this month, actually, but all the ones I said at the beginning, and I've had a couple on the watch-along things, some of the trauma ones, and the main one I've watched is that. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Very nice set as well, yeah.
I've watched both cuts of that, and wow, blew me away.
Brilliant.
There's a lot of subtleties you can pick up on the 4K. Like I never noticed before, but there's a scene when Reagan's like on the priest's lap, and he's just talking to Carrius, Mary. But if you look at Regan, it's not like in your face, but she's just like constantly boffing up this green stuff. It's just oozing out of her mouth, but she's not like projectile. She's just on his lap. But if you look, it's just all coming out. It's bright green. Oh, it's just I never noticed it before, but it's just. You know, I love those scenes, the exorcism scenes. There's some rough editing in there, though, and don't you find like some of the scenes just when they're getting good, it cuts, and you're like, I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Sorry says, it isn't weird, but I once watched Death Wish 2 with my nana and granddad. To say it was awkward is an understatement. I didn't know where to look during the rape scenes. I
If
was
it, I tell you what, if it was like years ago, you wouldn't have seen the uncut one. That's even worse.
I was 11ish and they were in their 70s. Wow.
Wouldn't have
The
been as
unrated
awkward
one would have been
back
even
then
worse.
as it would be now. Bloody hell.
Scream was a bad cinema experience for him. I had to find sitting in the dark when I did. Turns out a group of Down syndrome people on the day out. Now, hear me out. The big lad on the left kept farting and waving it in my direction, and every time a kill happens, he looked at me. He wanted to eat me. My mate on the right had sister with Down, so if you got up, he would said you got a problem with Down syndrome people. Rock a hard place. I was 15, mind. As soon as the film was over, my mate said, "You should have moved those chaps." Ass was rancid. Fucking knew I was thinking I'd hurt his feelings. Still takes the piss out of me today. Wow. And on that bombshell, Marvel fan says, good night, guys. And we're at the end of the comments. Wow.
Wow.
And what an absolute fun stream it's been. Thanks ever so much to everybody watching. 27 people still watching at home, so really do appreciate that.
Excellent.
If you haven't subscribed to any of these guys already, all their links are in the description down below, so go and give them all your support. They all got wonderful channels. Thanks
Cheers,
as always.
Pete.
Thanks as always to Andy for joining.
Cheers, Pete.
And to Nige.
Thanks for having us.
And thanks ever so much for Bumper for joining as well. It's been a real pleasure chatting to you, mate.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody watching at home. So keep an eye out. Next Wednesday night is going to be a different stream. It's going to be a watch along of Antichrist. I don't know whether we're going to regret it, but it's going to be an interesting one. So see you all next week. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Night.
See you later.